wink.
Broken.
I'm standing by.
Go, Santa, go, go, go!
Wait. That box was way too big.
Customer Christmas Joey! Wheels working! Lot of names.
We need the most important people.
There they are!
Beard owners. Alan.
Very nice. All right.
I am lying.
Well.
Rudolph the red-nosed kangaroo.
It's reindeer, you idiot!
Hey.
Reindeer!
No.
Hey, don't be.
Hey, no mean rude.
We don't have reindeer here.
All right. Well. Okay.
I'll skip that.
Oh, something. Not yet. Are you using earbuds or? Probably
Yeah,
not.
we're getting a little bit of feedback there. Oh, it seems to have ceased.
Yay.
All right. Well.
Hi, can I take the stand for a few seconds?
It appears you already have. Please proceed.
I wanted to thank you on behalf of everyone in the panel and everyone who's a regular viewer on this channel.
You weird people.
Because I think it is amazing that you dug out everyone's email address in order to send us your Christmas card, which was great, by the way. So I wanted to thank you for the very nice Christmas card.
Okay.
Wait. Am I the only one who got it?
You're not talking about that Christmas card, are you?
No, a size Christmas card for this year.
If you're talking about the one with the pug in the bikini, that was special for you, Peter.
No, I'm not talking with the pug in the bikini. You're close though. You're close. No,
Orphan Blue.
What I liked about it, Sai, is that you not only sent us a Christmas card, but you also made a start for the new panel members calendar. I think we've got December covered.
I don't know that would be the way to put it.
Did no one get the Christmas card? Am I the only one?
Apparently the mass mailer broke down, I guess. All right.
I got it.
So you did send it, Sai, right? I mean, have a look in your Twitter DM.
Oh my lord. What now? Oh, and Chris Kelling, super chat to help pay for the expensive and cool opening.
Careful, you might get what you want.
All right, let's see what we have here. Sent a photo.
Hello.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Door open.
Someone saw it because someone just said hello.
I thought we locked the back door.
All right. Yeah.
Hello, Norman. I am lying.
Sai, are you going to show it?
Well, now that you've made such a big production, I kind of have to, don't I?
Isn't it wonderful? You'll start a stream and it's, a movie night, and then Peter will immediately make it about himself from the get-go.
No. This is all about Sai. It's all about Sai.
Yes,
I promise.
Bring it to yourself. Literally all.
Yeah, so it would seem. Give me a second. Let me
Like the sound of that.
get the image saved to the proper location, and all will be well. And sorry for the delay here. There it is saved. I will.
This better be good.
Well, Peter made it. You've seen.
I wouldn't think good is an appropriate word here.
There may be other descriptive terms. I'll leave it to you to judge.
I just go with hello.
Hello.
No.
All right. Let us. Here we go.
Still recovering.
I will bring it up. Here it is. This is apparently my Christmas card. Here we go.
Oh, for the love of Saint Ulrich.
Is that a dabbing hug? I wasn't far off. That is beautiful. That is a dabbing hug, and I do not like that.
And this is a
my eye.
This is a world premiere here. No one is.
My eye.
Nice.
And we can use it in the nude panel.
Of course. All right. Very good.
I thought you could make hello a little bit bigger.
Hey, look at the snow. It's cold out.
Nice size.
It's cold out. What do you expect?
Just talk to Costanza. He knows all about it.
Shrinkage. All right. Well.
Way to start on a family-friendly note.
Oh yeah, perfect.
No, we're not.
If we have offended anyone, I can only tell you it's not like you didn't know what you were in for. Anyway,
our reputation precedes us.
Yeah.
I didn't read the disclaimer at the start.
Yeah, and for those who have missed it, I put it in Discord under Radioactive Moonland.
Oh, good. Oh, good. We certainly wouldn't want that to go unnoticed. All right. Well, before we...
I got a question.
Oh, what's your question?
Daddy Jared, am I getting a Christmas card tonight?
No.
Oh, okay.
You just got one. Big.
I want one from Daddy Jared.
Aha.
Knock it off.
Well,
all right.
Send me a picture of Jared, and I'll see what I can do.
Oh no.
And
see,
just like
Jared,
that,
Jared, you see what happens?
go.
You see what happens just by showing up. One puts himself at risk. Just showing up is dangerous here. Alrighty,
Jared, I got a question. Can you send me the
No.
you know the picture that I've seen? The hockey one. You know the one.
Oh.
Is this embarrassed cyanide?
No, this is a let's stop the show so Pig can take care of any housekeeping that needs to be taken care of.
We don't. If that was hockey, we don't want to see the stick.
Alrighty. Let's see. All right. Well, since it is the at least here anyway, it's still actually Christmas Day. Woo, yay and stuff.
Well, it's the second, but yeah.
Would it? Does anyone on the panel have any heartwarming holiday stories that they wish to share?
Well, I got an RC car.
Okay.
And I also have my favorite buddy.
Ooh. Is it Nico or Tamiya?
What, his buddy or his car?
No, my buddy. My
Okay.
red-nosed buddy, Rudolph.
Aha. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, it's not a kangaroo.
Okay.
No, it's a reindeer.
All right.
Not yet. Maybe we should give Tornado Pelt the photo I just sent you.
Yeah, I was actually thinking maybe you should.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I should.
I see.
Don't worry, it's house clean.
Pig has the hand up. Pig, you have something inspirational and heartwarming for this holiday? What do you got?
I had a very wonderful Christmas. I did not have to deal with any addicts of family tonight.
Oh, okay. You had a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Alrighty. Well,
Hey, Tornado, just a quick question. Shouldn't that be called a snow deer instead of a reindeer?
Peter.
No, it didn't mark because we didn't have any snow.
No, we didn't have any either.
Yeah, there you go.
Here, no snow. No snow for Christmas here either this year. It's almost as if there is a veil of tears for the virgin birth. Gee, I wonder where that's from. That is from, oddly enough, an old Emerson, Lake and Palmer Christmas song, which, oddly enough, is the music for my Buster's Christmas card video, which you don't even have to watch. The whole point of it was these guys here. Hold on, please.
Hold on. Do you want me to do anything while I hold it?
There we go.
Don't shake it, Nacho.
It's too dirty. You need to.
These folks. Oh, I should have put. Okay, that.
You get more toys than you're playing with it.
Yeah, let me put that link right so it notices. There we go.
I thought of the perfect Christmas card with me and Jared.
There we go. Feedingamerica.org. And I said the video, and I've said on. Fortunately, folks allowed me to say it on a couple of other streams. Thank you. That we've got our computers and cell phones. There's folks without bread, so we should probably try to do something about that if we can. Anyway,
Agreed.
And let us see. Anything else to cover? Not right. I got nothing else in housekeeping. Anybody else have anything they want to throw in before we start?
I also got an electric razor for my face.
Nice. In 6 or 7 years, you'll need that.
I'm glad.
I love it. I love it. How you said for your face.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah,
Coming off the pencil eraser. That's cool.
yeah.
No, I know what dirty minds are in this chat.
It's like
It's called manscaping, Tornado.
My point stands.
Mark in the chat wants to know if
It does?
Well-
Yay!
Mark in the chat wants to know if I meant.
didn't ask what happens when you are
Okay. Here's the thing. If I just start talking like that, it means something significant is up, and in this case, it was Mark in the chat wanted to know if I was trying to say that we should buy computers and cell phones for the hungry. That was not exactly my point. No. Perhaps I was unclear.
They can then Google image search some lovely pictures of food.
And see what that's. Yes.
Since we've seen the Christmas card, if something significant comes up, you might adjust the hello sign.
No.
Aha.
Can we get on with the stupid?
All right. Well, actually, Hill's got the hand up. Hill, what do you got?
Well, I had a lovely Christmas. Among other things, I got some socks with nutcrackers on them, so that's nice.
Sock. Yeah.
So that was nice.
Give it a week and they'll crusty.
Yeah.
So you can crack nuts with the socks?
Well,
50.
if you swing the sock at a fast enough velocity.
Fill it with quarters. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. But actually, there's something else I wanted to. Well, it's Christmas, so I thought I'd do a quick carol first of all.
Oh.
So no one scream in terror.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. In this case, for movie nights. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Yay! That's a
really nice.
Indeed. And hey, I hope all you people are impressed, because Hillel does not do that for everybody. He must have a very high opinion of each and every one of you.
That's not Hillel.
Huh? What?
Sounds like Look a Pig.
What the hell are you talking about?
What? You on drugs?
You know what?
You got too much eggnog, kid.
Tell you what.
Next topic.
Count to 3 in your head and then yell, "Mute me now." All right.
Mute me now, Ra. You know, you can think of it.
All right. And I've been promising this for a while.
Drifting off halfway through.
I promised I would show you guys exactly what was going on here. This is what you guys have done to me.
Yeah.
Was that from last week alone, or?
What was I gonna say?
That was the hello episode.
This was a
Hello?
hello.
That's a lot of hellos.
Yes. That's a.
Mic check 1, 2. Can you guys hear me?
Have yourself a merry little hello.
I can confirm that those are the bottles that I have been hearing every private chat I had this night. So many fucking bottles.
All right. Well, anyway, and my liver thanks you all.
No, it doesn't. No,
And
it it's not.
And that box. Remember, I only bought the microwave like a month ago. So, and that box is the box that the microwave came in. So
you have to say sorry to your liver.
Yeah.
Liver?
When it comes back, I'll do that.
Yeah,
It's
liver
a
must
little
stop
drunk
the
sponge.
city of light. Getting-
All right. Anyway, we should we should probably state what our selections are. We have some fine business from Answers in Genesis. Always a favorite. We have.
Are you sure? Fine business from Answers in Genesis.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to put it's the holidays. I'm trying to put a smiley face on it. Okay.
I mean, if this was on Halloween, fair enough.
Things
But
are
this, I was not prepared for it.
What planet are you from, Sai?
All right.
Don't you know irony when you hear it?
Indeed. All right. And Spooky, what are you talking about? Owen's already got a wrench. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway. All right. Yeah. So we've got some. Or I'll be more honest. Then we've got some stuff from Answers in Genesis. It's one of the things.
I've got my hand up.
Oh, all right. Terry. Terry, go ahead.
I was trying to be polite.
Oh, never do that.
Unlike anybody else in this panel.
Go ahead.
I tried to set a good example. A few weeks ago it was my birthday. Does anyone remember that?
Yep.
No, okay. I was going to pick a movie for the movie night, but I didn't get to do that. So we'll just see what size list is, and then I'll see if I can guess one.
All right. Well, let's see what we got here. You're going to be very excited. I already mentioned Answers in Genesis. You're probably like almost jumping off your seat with excitement for that one, huh? All right. Well, we've got some stuff indeed, from the Northwest Creation Network.
Ooh.
Another exciting one. And let us not forget last but not least, Grace to You, which is, if anyone remembers, many movie nights ago, Mr. Ty. That is Mr. Ty. So, those are our choices. And let us bring up the Wheel of Misfortune.
Oh, Ty, just a quick reminder. After hello, he also did something on dinosaurs. I think we should have that on our list at some point too.
All right.
Mr. Ty did?
No, the one we had last week. Hold on.
The headless hunter of joy, whatever.
Headless, nameless day.
I'm lost.
The one we had last week, Mr. Hello.
Mr. Hello.
Okay, I got you now. Okay.
Right.
No, I'm old. This is where the mind gets all muddled and stuff.
We're not far behind you.
That's not age. That's alcohol, Diana.
I'll tell you what. Since I started movie night in July or whatever the hell it is, I've drunk more since July than I had in the previous 10 years.
All right. Well, attention. Attention. Morton has done a super chat. WD-40 safe size chair now. All right. The WD-40 has been temporarily relocated to the bus, and I did not bring the Volkswagen bus, and I did not bring it back in. I will do so, and I will spray down the mechanism of the office chair. If that will make you all happy.
WD-40.
Indeed.
It's good that you added the office chair at the end of that sentence, because I was afraid there for a moment.
Getting a little nervous, huh?
Later.
All right. I see a hand up for Tornado. Tornado, what do you got?
First off, Si,
Yes.
I want the wheel to be spinning, and before we do that,
Yes.
Wheel of Misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the video that we should burn.
Alrighty. We shall do that very thing. Let's see what we got.
Creation.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Creation.
Oh!
Oh no!
Who picked Grace to You?
And
This
I knew that
wheel
was going to
is
come up
rigged.
here to do
This
it.
wheel is rigged. We always lose.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Terribly wrong.
Guy, take your hand off the button under the desk.
That's okay. There's a lot of things that can be said to that. Yeah, Jared, what?
I have a suggestion for this to make it even better.
Yes.
We need to get the whammy to come across the screen.
Okay. I'll do that. I will work on that. Hopefully, I can have that by Friday.
You're at that point. You're looking for a copyright strike.
Yeah.
You're not. Whammy's not a euphemism, is it?
Not that I know of.
No, it's that little red creature in Press Your Luck.
All right, so we're so that which we have from Grace to You is called Biblical Inspiration Validated by Science, Part
Excuse me?
2.
So since you said the word inspiration and science, it just dawned on me. Since you're using the intro that I made for movie night and getting all those strikes, you should change the channel name into Copyright Strike.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not a bad idea.
Laugh now or laugh later, Peter?
We can laugh later.
Okay. Three of the four, oddly enough, all foreign channels. I guess I figure for they're a couple of nations away, then there's no legal recourse. Have ceased with that nonsense, Peter. But there is one. There is one that has not. And
that is persistent?
I would, if any, yes, they are in fact persisting in their bad behavior. And I did all the things. And YouTube's concern is just touching. Their response to the fraudulent copyright claims are that I should ask the offender to whitelist my channel. That's... It's touching, isn't it, that they would be that concerned? So anyway.
But you got YouTube to watch
offender,
movie,
Peter.
didn't you?
Oh, indeed. But anyway, before we go any further, I would, if anyone has children in the room, please cover their ears, because I would like to put out a big fuck you to Siam Sport Limited, Siam Sport Media Limited. So do you guys, here's one for you. If I had the camera on, you would see an elevated central digit. Anyway, so if you wish.
Fuck you.
Indeed. And
you know how to make me join in the chat, don't you?
Yeah, there we go.
Call me out.
Mr. Ty, bring up Mr. Ty. You're in. All right. Oh, Michelle. Michelle says, "Merry Christmas." Thank you. Thank you very much.
Humbug.
All righty. All right, well, I'm glad you made it, Brooke. Glad you made it.
I just, you guys are live, and I tune in, and then all of a sudden I see, oh, we're doing, this here, and I'm like, and you mentioned Mr. Ty, I'm like, do not land on Ty, do not land on Ty. Shit, gotta make me show up.
Yeah.
So, Brooke, did you catch Ty's Christmas card?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we all got one.
In the messages that's censored, then yeah.
Okay, you caught it then. There you go.
Yeah, I came in right when Hill started singing because I just woke up from a nap.
Right.
So.
That's a great wake-up call.
Well, I just see that Cy's live. I'm like, what the hell is Cy doing? I'm like, oh, okay. I'll just kind of listen in. I hear Hill singing, and I'm like, don't be Mr. Ty. Don't be. Then that happens, and then when I see that, I hear you have Mr. Ty on, and I'm like, don't be Mr. Ty. I'm like, I'll join in if it's him, but please don't be him. And
see,
I got work in the morning, so thanks for that.
Well, this one, remember,
We're not
he's
sorry.
Mr. Ty does not pack in a lot of rapid fire nonsense. It's not like
But when he does utter idiocy, it's like
It's
nuclear weapons level of idiocy.
Indeed. All right. Well, let's see. We got some hands up yet. Terry, what do you got?
Oh, I haven't got anything, but I've got it second because Tornado had his hand up.
Oh,
okay.
Sorry. No, I don't.
No.
What foolishness
yes, you
is that?
did. Yes, you
Are
did.
you on drugs?
Sorry, Tornado. You had the hand up. So look down right now. See that below you? That's the spot, and you're on it. So say something wise.
So yeah, look, we're doing Mr. Ty.
All right.
Get ready for the stupid.
All
Put
right.
your hands down so I can speak.
Go ahead.
Can I call a wrong or a drink on the title of this?
Usually we let them speak before that.
No, we cannot, because I already tried that when we first started. I tried it before he even opened his mouth.
Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't work. I've already tried.
All right. So
I
maybe
just want a drink.
Well, you can take a drink. No
You know
one's
what?
stopping.
You know what?
Actually,
Actually, let me.
Oh, you said drink. Okay, I'll have a drink.
Yeah, really. Let us have a holiday. Let us have a holiday drink together, since we're lucky enough to be together, and everybody seems relatively healthy and happy and sarcastic, like I like. And to
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all of our viewers.
I have a drink call on you. Lucky enough to be together, and we're watching this shit.
Well, hey, it could be worse. Imagine if we were stuck watching this shit alone.
I do that already. I'm already a masochist.
And Brooke, I just have to say, masochists of the world unite.
Yeah, I already do that shit, so no.
And I know this is completely off topic, but I just realized, Grace. Yeah, I'm just reading the screen here. Grace, that's the name of my youngest niece. And she is also being dragged into the nonsensical, well, blah, 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 Salvation Army. And that also means, well, thankfully, I'm in Denmark, and the Danish Salvation Army is not as against LGBT
they are here.
Themes as other countries are.
How much
But
is that saying,
still,
though?
yeah.
Lucky for you, that's not quite the case here.
Yeah, I know. But, I mean, they're not.
I refuse to go there. Ever since I've read about some of the shit they've done to trans people, I refuse. Like where they've had one woman who they let freeze. I have refused to go there. I refuse to, donate to their bell ringers. I refuse to all.
Well, I mean, I was raised in the Salvation Army, and I've every single year, even before I was born, literally, I've been there for for the what do you call them? The day where we hand out food for the family, financially troubled families. For the first time a couple of years back, I can't remember how far back, sorry, where we started by request. There was no complaining or anything. It was a request from a Muslim if they were able to help them, but without pork and so on. And it was one of those face palms at the Salvation Army headquarters. Why did we not think of this earlier? And from that moment on, it was part of the the application form. If blah 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 la la la, do you require halal, or not? Do you require non-pork, and so on and so on. No complaints whatsoever were filed back to headquarters with that new order, which was surprising to me. But actually, no one complained. That was a big surprise, though. So at least they in Denmark. I have heard this problem in Germany. I have some family in Germany. They've been having some complaints from Salvation Army corps or churches, as you were, about this decision. Why should we help out Muslims? I mean, they don't even believe in God. Blah blah blah. But not in Denmark for some reason.
Yeah, because it's the right freaking thing to do. I mean, did you not read your own God's words when he said, and that's the thing I love when people deny, LGBT people on the grounds of religious. What was it Jesus said? Those who deny the least among you deny me, and then I will deny you unto my Father.
I think it's called cherry picking, isn't it?
Brooke, you also asked a very difficult question. Do they know how to read?
That's.
You know what, Brooke? You know what you need to do? You need to join, and then when you joined, then you're going to make a suggestion that what they haven't got yet is a Salvation Navy, and then you start up the Salvation Navy and donate them a leaky boat.
Hey, wait a minute. What about the Salvation Space Force?
All right.
No, I would prefer the Salvation Coast Guard. All you do is sit around and drink coffee.
Oh my lord! All right, yeah, look, it's getting pretty obvious you guys are just delaying because you do not want to suffer through Mr. Ty.
Okay, Sai.
I am not deceived.
Is it becoming obvious?
I am not deceived at all.
I have a question, Sai.
You need to change your strategy, guys.
I have a question, Sai.
Go ahead, Brooke. What do you got?
It's Mr. Ty. Do you remember Mr. Ty?
I don't remember Mr. Ty.
You were on that one, actually, Tornado. I don't think you were on that one.
Oh yeah, I was on that one too.
No, Tornado wasn't though. I don't think.
Okay, it was funny to me.
I think was it Andy or Squirrel who got so pissed at him that we ended up switching over to Orphan Red to ease the pain.
What did you just say?
Morton says it's now time to piss on boots, so I will do so. If you all remember Red's advice, we have to get started. We have to get started.
Best time to ask you to look in the image dumping channel. I have something that could actually work here.
What do we got?
That wasn't exactly what Morton said. Morton said, "Hello, piss on boots. Hello."
Hello.
Because I remember that whoever it was like they wanted him off the screen and they wanted Orphan Red. That is. That's a legitimate thing that happened.
This happened. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it is tonight. Let's see what we got here. We have a new image to share. I like it. Okay, I like it. Here we go.
This can be used very single time.
Is it PG rated?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Hey.
I thought I was thinking of the last one, but that one was too.
This is
that one was just to tease Tornado Pelt just a little bit.
Let us move on with the stupid, please.
All right. Let's see here. That's not the one you had in mind?
No, the meme, the one I tagged you in.
Oh. All right. Hold on. All right.
It's about knowing things, and
All right. Let us.
hopefully, maybe it's most apt when we're talking about flat earthers, or in
Very
general,
true.
science deniers, but flat earthers especially, I think.
I'm throwing this.
Last one. Okay, this is the. Got it. Here we go.
Say latest one. Perhaps there will be many more in there, but yeah.
So, are we trying to stall?
Well, this is contributions, and if people go through the trouble of actually contributing pictures for display, it certainly is.
That are PG.
Yes. Duly noted,
Here.
everyone. Duly noted. All right, this is the one. I thought the other one was with the kangaroos was pretty damn cool too. Anyway,
No, I like the kangaroo one better.
all right. Okay. Yeah, we should probably get started with the stuff. Let us
I
find.
know what we're here for, to watch a movie.
Yeah, something like that. It's the clue. The clue is in the name.
Oh,
All
it
right.
can't be.
And it is a some people have work tomorrow, so we can't drag this on too long. All right, let us see. Here it is. Biblical inspiration validated by science, part 2. Selected
two?
scriptures. That there was a part 1 at some point, but it's
No, we have to see part 1.
Part 1 was just a bunch of quote mine. This is where he actually tries to make science claims. So
okay. Here, good. Perfect. Here we go. Let's see what we go. Let me make sure our counter is up and
you
ready.
have to go with part 2 because you always need the latest science, not
Yes,
the old.
yes, we do.
Right.
Here it comes. I hope you're all ready.
That I need.
He's going for his facepalm
We
protector,
are
I think.
examining the great doctrine of biblical inspiration. We are looking at the reality that God wrote the Bible. And the
What
question
drink?
always comes up-
Drink.
All right. We got
Yeah.
that. Gee, that was quick. We're a whole 14 seconds in. Brooke, I think you were first.
I couldn't get my hand up quick enough.
yeah, no, it was written by men, and it's very clear. Unless you think that animals screwing each other in front of striped patterns will produce striped offspring, but I'm pretty sure that's controlled by genetics and not what an animal sees. Because if so, that would be one hell of a way to do a paternity test. That don't match our wallpaper.
Okay, who's got the ding this time?
All
I
right.
haven't, pulled my wine glass out of the cupboard.
All right. And Jared, what have you dad?
God wrote the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
God wrote the Bible. Let that level of stupid just sink in.
Oh, he gets worse.
Never mind that how many biblical scholars who are theists of all people have already agreed that the Bible itself was written by, what was it, no less than 50 different individual human authors.
In that neighborhood.
Jared, I like to invoke Hovind every time I hear this, because Hovind says God wrote it in stone with his finger, and that always brings back an image from my childhood. It brings back an image from the Flintstones. So
brings back many faces.
I never knew God was in the Flintstones, but apparently he was.
You haven't been to the Creation Museum, I guess.
Yeah, he was a scribe in the Flintstones.
Okay. All right. And let's see. Who else has the hand up? Bo?
Yeah. Let's see. Biblical inspiration validated by science. Okay, so how can science validate something that has been inspired by the Sagan is this.
What the Sagan
is? Yeah.
Okay. And
well, hey, actually, you know, Sagan never said that he was an atheist. That back then it wasn't really a thing for him, but I mean, he is. Yeah, sorry, he was, but still.
Yeah, good luck getting on TV back then if if you publicize that sort of thing.
That too. Yeah.
All right, and
Sean Carroll put it perfectly in the live chat right there. I mean,
yes, I agree.
Next movie, next film.
Yeah, it doesn't really science doesn't deal with that. All right, and Peter, what do you got to add?
Yeah, we should get in touch with these people because it says there right on the screen, recorded live. They shouldn't record it live. They should record it when it's no longer live. It would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, recorded after the fact. Good.
And it would.
Why would you put on there recorded live? I mean, if you had a hall full of dead people, it would be kind of useless.
You had to think about that one, didn't you, Pete, before you got that one out?
No, that's a pet peeve of mine. Recorded live.
Well, I have a question.
It's either live or it's recorded. It cannot be recorded live.
I have a question for you though, Peter. Does brain dead count?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, all right.
You got me there. You got me there.
There's one out. That's perfect. All right.
Yeah.
And Brooke has something to add as well. Please proceed.
Yeah, just in the side chat, I have already posted a link to the original one of this so people can
like if
well, not to this video, to our response to it, so people can see that I was not lying, that we actually about partway through this went to Orphan Red to, you know,
and it's
not an exaggeration.
And it's
you
pretty
guys don't believe me.
And it's pretty disturbing. How bad was it if Orphan Red was our go-to? That was, you know.
It was. I think it
could have been worse.
He wanted, if I remember correctly, I believe it was Andy. He wanted to see Orphan Red and not some old white crusty guy.
Wait. There is a clarification that needs to be made.
Okay.
Her name is no longer Orphan Red. She is Professor Funbags.
Yeah, he wanted, because the reason, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I watched it, but it was Orphan Red or Professor Funbags was a little easier on the eyes.
Yeah, I believe that's how it was described at the time. All right. Let us.
After the Christmas card she sent, I agree.
Oh no, we have a party pooper in the chat.
What now?
Barngate Boys. It's the recording of a live event. In a studio, it's not recorded live. Aw, man.
Actually,
well, that would be recorded. That would be. I think that would be recording of a live event. Oh, okay.
That would be pre-recorded, yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. No, but also, there's the argument that if there's recorded before a live audience and just recorded, all right.
Yeah, but how can you record something before a live audience? That doesn't even make sense.
I
mean, it's not what.
It doesn't mean before they showed up. It means in front of. All right, let's get moving.
Americanized. Damn it.
Here we go. Moving on.
How do we know?
And also,
or not.
It being recorded for a dead audience wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Indeed. Yeah. And Terry has something to add. Terry, what do you got?
I was going to say move on, but somebody butted in.
Okay, moving on. Here we go.
Bible. There are a number of ways to answer that question. One way to answer it is to look at what the Bible says about the scientific world.
Here it comes.
To put it simply, whoever designed the universe understands it.
He hasn't said it yet.
Don't talk over him, Brooke.
Yeah, movies on silence.
Before we stop it.
Movies on silence. There we go. More stuff.
Whoever Science alert.
Created everything understands his creation. From the microcosm of the minute world of atomic energy.
All right. Brooke, what do you got?
Talking about everything. That's why he didn't understand germs cause disease. Because you don't need to wash your hands because that's not what makes you sick.
Of course.
It doesn't get on your hands. It's what you say. It's your sins that make you sick.
Of course.
What, you got to wash your hands?
Not if you pray over them.
Only if you've been doing some things with them that we won't talk about and keep monetization, hopefully, on this video.
If you're a girl before.
All right. Jared, what do you got?
Science in the Bible. And you're forgetting another thing. It's not just what causes disease that is patently incorrect in the Bible. Where did they also think bad weather came from?
Oh yeah, there's so many out there.
I can't remember right now.
But this is a yak, so we already know he's not exactly firing on our cylinders.
Oh, and you know what? If I may.
Okay.
No.
Does anyone have a physical or digital Bible handy at the moment?
If I get it, the dining room table is going to wobble again. So no.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find the correct verse here.
A physical Bible, Bo, isn't that the Kama Sutra?
If anyone could just look up First Kings. Yeah, I'm not sure. First Kings or 1 Kings? I'm not sure. First, yeah, sorry. My bad. First Kings chapter 7 verse 21 says, and I what do you call it? I rephrase it. Pi has the value, and I would imagine that pi, in other words, numbers, is science. I guess.
I've got my physical one. What page do I turn to?
First Kings 7.
Oh yeah, pi is 3.
Yeah, pi has the value of 3.30
circumference with the 10 diameter.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Indeed.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Verse 23. My bad.
Okay. All right, Peter, you have something to add here?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to respond to the getting sick because we know that Jesus said that you don't get sick from anything that enters your mouth. You only get sick from something that comes out of it.
Giggity.
And
that's exactly. I was like, is that an admission that oral's okay?
Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah. So, and I need the email address of this guy because I've read the Bible twice, cover to cover. I still read it on a daily basis due to my interactions on Twitter, and I will need the verse that deals with the microcosmos because I missed that.
Yeah.
Peter, you really need a new hobby, and I have one for you. Take the King James version, and then translate it in. No, what? Sorry, my bad. Do you remember the first years of Google Translate, where you can make ridiculous translations going from one language to the other, then back again, then back again, then back again?
Yeah.
Try doing that with the Bible.
Oh,
God,
isn't that what's? Wait,
it can only
in a serious way.
Hasn't that already been done? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Versions of the Bible in the English language, and try to actually make sense of it. Because some of them, I mean, the Danish version of the Bible, the latest one, in the Bible in what would you call that? Contemporary Danish, I guess.
Okay.
Everyday Danish, and then take the other one before that one. It makes no sense comparing those two at all. The most horrific parts of the Bible that talks about how you can rape someone or how you can how after you rape someone you should force the victim to marry her.
Buy her.
Yeah,
buy her from her dad for 50 shekels.
Yeah, reading that, for example, in the latest version of contemporary Danish, it sounds like a fairy tale.
Well, it is.
I see.
To be honest, I've been in Denmark, and the moment people start talking, it just seems like you're in a fairy tale because there's no way you're going to decipher any of that.
Well, that's called proper crypto.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the what do you call them? The code talkers in the American code talkers.
They only have one word that actually means something, because that's
here. Yeah.
That's used in where I live, and that's moin.
Yeah, we don't want to look at your moin. Thank you.
Mine?
Well,
I don't want to. Do I want to know what moin translates to?
It translates to hello. That's literally what it means.
I see. All right.
I'm not making this up. Am I, Bo?
Well, buttocks is the more likely word, isn't it? Isn't that what it was?
And did y'all notice what Bo said was the latest version of the Bible? Now, didn't Ken Ham tell us that it's the inerrant, unchanging Word of God? How can there be a latest version if it is unchanging? Anyway, all right.
Unfortunately, when you look at any country where they want to revise or rewrite the Bible to make it more understandable for people who don't know the language of old, we change the word. Everybody changes the way we use. God damn it, we use our language. So they have to renew that every single time. But what would be the best way to do that? Would that be to just take the one that we're going to move away from, or should we also look further back? What do they usually do? Well, I have my suspicions. They don't really go back and double check anything, do they?
Oh, hey, we have a super chat from Chris. Hey, thank you very much. Let's see, what's it say? 1 Kings 7 verse 23. Then he made the sea of cast metal. It was round, 10 cubits from rim to brim, 5 cubits high, and a line of 30 cubits measured its circumference. Okay.
Okay, what version is that from?
Don't know. Who cares? Don't know. We're delaying again. Delaying. And we gotta. Yeah, folks gotta go to work. We gotta move this along. All right, Peter. Anything else?
No. Sorry.
Okay.
I forgot to lower the hand.
Terry, what you got?
I was just thinking they might be bringing out the new version of the Bible, and it's the role-playing version in a video game.
Oh, God. How did that get by the ESRB?
The what?
The people who rate the games.
Entertainment Software Ratings Board.
Yeah, how did that even get approved?
Guess who's not a gamer?
On that note, moving on.
So hold on, Brooke. Are you saying Solomon's isn't entertainment?
Definitely family entertainment, and they would have to get an E rating, at most an E10.
All right.
No, that's got to be an E17 if they're going to do the Bible accurately.
I mean, the kids to have it.
What rating would you give Ezekiel?
Wait, is Ezekiel the one with the emissions like horses or donkeys and hung like or whatever it is?
Yeah, they were hung like donkeys and they had emissions like horses.
Yeah, that's definitely an M rating, if not 18 plus, which very few games ever get. Usually you'll get the M, which is 17 and older.
So, what's that you say? Moving on? All right, cool.
Due to the macrocosm of limitless space.
Yeah, we're on that topic where size a little bit touchy.
No, it's not that at all. It's that this thing's we got 55 minutes and it's nonsense.
If we're getting to someone hung like a donkey and emissions like horses, then it's the little one should be exploding.
All right, moving on, which means videos playing. Silence.
Created it all understands it because he conceived it and he made it and he sustains it.
Okay.
And whoever is intelligent enough to create
to let it go.
This universe with its astonishing and immeasurable complexity is certainly capable of writing a book explaining the way things really are.
Drake.
In a simple
Drake,
enough fashion.
Oh, come on.
Let him go any further. I'm sorry. That's it.
Let him get to the science. He's just praising the Bible as they oft do, as they are wont
but
to
he is
do.
completely misrepresenting it as accurate and factual.
All
They
right.
never misrepresent. What are you talking
All right,
about?
we'll go down the list. Okay, let's see. Brooke Anoyas.
Yeah, Bo didn't have his hand up.
Yeah, it was conveyed. Yeah, that your guy's a fucking idiot.
All right. And let's see. Tornado, what do you got?
Is he really getting ready to use the claim to prove the claim?
Don't know. Let's wait and see.
Welcome to Mr. Todd.
Indeed. All right, Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, so he just said that an incredibly complex being like God was able to write the Bible. So my question is, why didn't he? And if he's that incredibly complex, why is it that he can't create anything that humans can create? If God wants to impress me, let him invent a car that doesn't need fossil fuel. That would do it.
That all right, yeah, that would be rather impressive. All right. Jared, what do you got?
You keep talking as if there's actual truth and scientific fact in the Bible. Stop. Just stop. You're already losing enough credibility. Just I'm giving you an out. But
well, you're a buzzkill.
But by looking at how much time is left, holy fuck, is it gonna get worse?
Yeah.
How long was this video, by the way?
All right, it's 55 minutes.
55
Yeah.
freaking minutes or something?
Pig, what do you got? Pig, who was talking to the muted microphone. And thank you, Pig. That was excellent. That was a very lucid observation, Pig. Thank you very much. And we shall now move on.
You have to give God credit. You have to give God credit when it comes to machinery. He was able to build the mana machine.
Ah, okay.
What is the mana machine argument?
That is.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
A mana machine is a little machine that was carried by the Jews after they left Egypt, and every once in a while it would ejaculate mana. I'm thinking
moving on.
All right, moving on. Here we go.
I just have one thing to say real quick.
Okay, person who has not been called upon. What do you have to say?
I will say I am sorry, but not sorry.
Okay, well,
for being the one to suggest this.
Yeah, well, everybody's looking at you, so okay. Here's more stuff.
So as to leave,
and let him get to the science. He's praising his book and his Invisible Man in the Sky. That's fine. Let him do that. That's it. Wait till he gets to the science. That should be interesting. And by interesting, I mean annoying.
His stamp on that book as the divine author.
That a mushroom stamp?
And the fact of the matter is, communication is not something difficult for the creator. He is a communication genius.
All right, yeah, that does merit a response. Let's see, Jared, what do you got?
Sorry, I have to make a dogma reference to the great Alan Rickman as Metatron, the voice of God, because how many atoms did they go through before they realized God couldn't talk directly to his creation?
Rest in peace, Alan.
That was a great movie, too. All right, let's see.
Isn't that the one with the angels?
Yes. And Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, I want to test this. God is good in communicating. Okay, God, what do you think of this guy? God? Hello? Hello?
Oh, my child, who I disowned and I'm going to send to hell.
All right. Very good. And
somehow you're talking over God because I can't hear him.
yeah, I was listening. I really had nothing.
Or maybe that was actually God.
Yeah, you have
Okay,
to check your email.
God, I think your mic is still muted. So please put it in the side chat. Put it in the side chat.
On a more serious note.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It has been said countless times that God or Jesus whoever you want to use as a person for this story, has a very important message for you. For some reason, if it's that important, why, oh, why is it so difficult to utter something so important? I'm wondering. I mean, honestly, why?
Okay.
No, I don't hear anything. Right, okay.
Yeah.
But
All
we're
right.
all intelligent.
Jared, what do you got?
So there was another bit that I kind of let get past me that actually, who was it? Lisa for Truth had the same thought I did in the live chat. He is so great at communication that he at least inspired the writing of the Bible. Then why the fuck can't you get the story straight? I mean, how many different accounts of Genesis do you need, and fuck up details and orders of things?
Yeah. Well, it's like asking, I mean, if Jesus is your son, why does he not even know exactly what his own last words were? I mean, hell, if my son was dying, I would try to remember his last words accurately, at least.
Yeah. And even more confusing, even though that there are 3 different versions of the creation story, 3 different versions of, the so-called 10 Commandments, although only one of them were called.
No, there's 3. There's 3. There's 3.
There's more than 12 commandments.
As far as I knew, it was the 30 and the 20 and 34 or something like that.
I have to go look, but there are 3 versions.
But yeah, and
okay, I stand corrected then.
Yeah, and I think it's 4 different accounts of the resurrection story, and etc., etc., etc. Why are they? Even though, sorry, my bad. Even though they are contradictory to those individual stories, why do Christians that I've heard answer this question constantly say, well, no, they're either not contradictory, or that just makes it even more believable, or it's just that they're not really. It's just from a different point of view, or it was misunderstood or something. How can they do this in their own minds?
And
they have to justify
cognitive dissonance, or I get my fallacies wrong always.
No, they have to.
Little correction. There are 6 versions of the resurrection. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, 1 Corinthians, and Acts.
It sounds like I have to look at Bibviz one more time then. .com.
Yeah, there you go.
J. Thomason, but that's beside the point.
All right, and Nacho Witness, what do you got?
Yeah, I was thinking, it's sort of along the same lines of now what Bo was just saying, but I was thinking how if God was a good communicator, he wouldn't have taken 66 books and thousands of years. Like, have you ever heard of an author taking thousands of years to write a book and then having to write a bunch of other books to try and clarify it and add to the story, and like, it's not even like Harry Potter where it's like a whole new cool story to it. And I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me that a good communicator would take that many books and then say it's all in one book
it's even worse than that. Even worse than that, because remember, then God also planned for some of these books to not be a part of the true canon. So he intentionally made some books knowing they would be left out eventually.
And why are theologians necessary? If it's just here's the word, here it is. What do we need theologians for?
There'd just be one book. It'd all be nice and clear. I'm God. This is why I'm God. Here is proof in whatever way, and this is what's going to happen in the end.
God, what the fuck do you need books for?
Yeah. Well, Terrified Bystander has a
knowledge
as well.
of all your existence and all the other necessary stuff, like into the heads of everyone who's ever lived.
Okay, I see. Jared has the hand up. Let us see what Jared has to say.
So Terrified Bystander does have a great point in the live chat. God is excellent at communication, which is why he talks in poetry, metaphor, hyperbole, and through people that are often considered insane.
And for some reason, wants your money.
Indeed. All right. And Brooke, what do you got?
Yeah, to answer Nacho's point about an author would not take this long, I can be I will clarify that. I am trying to write a novel, and I've been working on it for over almost a year and a half now, and I only have one chapter, done.
Look, Brooke, doesn't matter. Even I've heard of people that have written books their entire life, never had it published, and their kids basically have finished it, published it, and then it became something. But that still wasn't thousands of years. And it still more than likely would have been a better book and more clear, that you'd understand the moral to the story.
I was trying to give a benefit of a doubt, okay? I tried to be nice to God. I mean, we all seem to be pretty mean to us, so I'll be nice.
Why?
He doesn't deserve us to be nice to him.
It's called honesty and being open.
Well, I can answer that.
Actually, no, you can't, because your hand's not up. And I would like to.
It was a directed question at me, so am I not allowed to answer it?
So
the rules.
What you're saying? Okay, see, that was an opportunity for me to say we might want to pay a little more attention to the hand up, get called on sort of thing, because there is a lot of over talking going on, and I'd prefer if that were not to occur. Now, yes, Brooke, you were technically correct, so please proceed.
Okay, I was just trying to give the benefit of the doubt and play a little devil's advocate, because as everybody knows, I am Satan.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I blacked out for a second there. What happened?
These things happen, not to worry. Alrighty. Terry, what do you got?
A mouthful of beer.
Yeah, cool.
Probably the best thing to do.
Well, I try to make my comments short and sweet. I don't like to hog the movie night. You know that.
Peter of you.
Not like some people. and talk over people. Well, the Bible, to me, I think of it like the Reader's Digest. It's just short, gets to the point, but there's no point. Okay?
Okay. Alrighty. And let's see. Against all better judgment, Pig, what do you got?
So you said there's a lot of over talking.
Yes.
Do I have to go get my Ruger?
I don't know. I think things seem to have. It may just be the holiday festivities. Everyone's all excited, and tongues of fire and whatnot, and that may be it. I'm sure it'll calm down now. Let's see. All right.
I don't talk over people.
Pig. If you're gonna get your Ruger, maybe you want to shoot down that hand that has still been up.
Ooh.
All right. And on that note, let us move on. Hopefully he'll get to some sciencey claims sometime soon. Here we go.
Yeah, I've lost track.
Beyond all comprehension.
Agreed.
God
exactly what I
is the
said.
source of all the information that exists. And he has appropriately spread it throughout his universe as he deemed necessary to accomplish his purpose.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, all right. Okay, go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, so I need God to point out where he put all those scientific papers that we haven't seen yet, because if he spread it all out throughout the universe, how the hell are we going to find it?
Oh.
Well, if it exists, RJ has it cataloged. We'll have to ask him.
I will.
Very nice, Brooke. Thank you very much. Warms my heart to see somebody following procedure. Now, Brooke, what have you to add?
I was gonna say this kind of is a mixture because Mr. Ty is kind of a pet project of mine. I love picking on him. And I know I shouldn't pick on the mentally handicapped, so I do kind of feel bad, but he asked for it. But with that, he does like to, if I remember correctly, he quotes "be he" here. So just let him he does a lot of theology claims because this is obviously a sermon, but he does try to use science, and he likes Behe and all kinds of other nuts like that. So it gets better. Just as a warning.
All right.
I mean, absolutely.
At the same time.
That reminds me, Peter. We got to do the Behemoth video sometime soon.
Yeah, and Brooke, I just something you said earlier. I had a look on iTunes.
Yeah.
You said the Bible wasn't for children, so have a look at image dumping on the Discord server. That's an actual screenshot.
Then put it in screen caps.
From iTunes.
Oh God!
Holy shit!
I don't know if I want to know. I'm scared.
No, go ahead. It's an actual screenshot from iTunes, so it can't be terrible.
Of course.
To be fair, Tom and Jerry is for children.
Yeah.
The worst thing about this is that image that they use for the Bible and the thumbnail that they're using. It's awful.
Yeah.
Well, it is the Bible and the Quran. So we have God, Jesus, and Muhammad in one picture.
Wait a moment! You can't do that. That's not Muhammad.
Well, we don't know because we don't have any pictures of Muhammad because in Islam you can't make pictures of someone.
Indeed.
And we can in Christianity, but Christian.
We can. We're just not allowed to.
Yeah. So in Christianity, we have the what is it? The 6 commandments, because 1, 2, and 3 they don't respect, and the 9th often they don't either. So we've got
Peter,
6 commandments left.
I have to interrupt real quick. This is a violation of the Pakistani law, section 37.
Oh yeah.
Hit by that thing.
Section 295B and section 295C of the Pakistani.
It was logic. He was hit by that from via Twitter one day, a couple of days ago.
Wait a minute. I didn't catch that completely. That was from the Pakistani.
All right. All right.
So,
thank you, Pig.
Yeah.
And
the Muhammad. Good job, iTunes.
Yeah, Brooke, what do you got?
Well, it's what Pig said. I mean, he mentioned Muhammad, but he did not finish the correct phrase. It's Muhammad. Peace be upon him. I mean, peace be upon him. God, I can't talk to him.
All right. So okay. So we're getting
police. The word that you're looking for. Police be upon him. He was a sex offender after all.
Indeed.
So was God. Are you forgetting how old Mary was? The reason for the season: pedophilia.
All right. And on that note, Pig has the eternal hand up.
Yeah, he needs to get that Ruger to shoot it down.
Yes.
Hey,
go ahead, Pig.
Peter, come on. All right. So, one of the amazing things of God's infinite wisdom is His knowledge on the firmament. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That firmament. What the fuck is it called again? My mind. Firmament. Okay. That little dome across the sky that holds back the water.
Uh-huh.
God's knowledge is so vast that He predicted that ahead of time. Ahead of man. He knew what was there. He knew of the waters that we call an ocean. I don't fucking know.
All right.
I mean, the shit is wrong. You can't claim God gets His knowledge and has, scientific understanding when He says that, we're in a barricade from essentially an ocean in the sky.
It does kind of take a little away from the credibility there, doesn't it? All right. And yet the hand is still up. Okay. Let's
listen. It can wait just a moment. Okay.
All right, Jared. Yes. Jared, you had the hand up for a second. What happened?
Yeah, you did.
I was just waving.
You were just waving. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. All right, moving on.
No. Sigh.
Yes.
It's not hello. It's hello.
Ah, okay. And moving on.
You're British.
We stand corrected.
More video. Hello.
Christopher Richard Rorty admits that the idea of truth is coherent only in the context of a Christian worldview. He said,
all right.
No, will you let him finish the sentence?
Yeah, really. And we'll award the drink, but I mean, it just, okay. Everybody who's not a Christian, apparently you're all a bunch of liars, according to this fella, because there's no truth going on outside of this. Do we really have to respond to this?
Well,
yeah.
Not real Christians. Yeah.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Tallies down below. Oh, yeah, nice.
All right.
The tallies down.
Let us, yeah. This is what he's going to do for, I don't know how long he's going to do this, but we should let as much of this blow by as possible, just praising of his book, and there's no truth without...
Can I call Skip?
You want to call Skip? All right.
Because I think it's about a couple minutes of him doing all the praise. Then
yeah.
I think at about 10 or 15, he starts to kind of get into the...
all right, let's jump up a little bit here. Here we go.
Speed him up, too. That's a good idea.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay.
Silence.
This is this looks like a good place. He's got a sciencey face on here, doesn't he? All right. Hey, Tornado, you got something to add before we continue?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Okay, moving on. Drop the hands, everybody. Here we go.
Regulated by enzymes that...
Oh, science is going on. We got to back up.
Yeah, we got to back up a bit. Got to back it up.
Here, this may be a good... Here we go.
Molecular machine.
Molecular machines.
Oh, I know exactly what he's arguing. Drink.
No, stay. No. You got to let him argue it. No preemptive anything. No preemptive anything.
Brooke, I have to step in. If you have seen the video before, then wait until he made a point so we all can respond. Because if you're going to respond to something that he hasn't said yet, that pretty much reduces movie night to nothing.
Yeah, indeed. All right, let's see if we're back at the...
The audience will thank me.
Let's see if...
I want to thank the praise of the audience.
Okay.
For those like us who haven't seen this before, also, we want to hear it as well.
We really?
So when the movie's on, silence, and here we'll back it up a little bit to here. Let's see what we got.
Only by an intelligent agent.
Let it go.
An intelligent agent who can assemble that information and communicate effectively that information to another intelligent agent or to another receptor of that information that then can function on the basis of that information.
Get to the science, Ty.
Drink.
If you
yeah, on Science Rag. Yeah.
Drink.
Yeah.
All right. Peter, I think, called. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, I want to address Pig. Nope.
Touch myself.
Hand is not going down. I shot it twice now.
Andy.
But he said he conveyed it to another intelligent agent. Are you sure? Because he conveyed it to the people who wrote the Bible. I would call those intelligent.
Well, hey, it depends. On a serious note, they may have been intelligent. If the Bible is written, as I suspect, as a control mechanism for masses of people, they were not stupid people. So that's another way to look at it. All right, let's see. Brooke, what do you got?
Correction on Peter there. As I said, I've tortured myself with this video before. I know what he's going to argue. If I remember correctly from that point, he was arguing DNA. And that's, the coding in there is... And the information
spoiling the show.
Really? Are you talking about... You're not talking about anything in advance of where we are in this video, are you?
No. Remember how he talked about information, conveying information? That's what he was talking about.
Because you're spoiling the argument by spoiling the show.
Yeah, really.
Actually, he said he was talking about the Bible and saying that God was the intelligent agent who conveyed the information to another intelligent agent.
Peter,
I don't think DNA can be counted as an intelligent agent.
No, but he's arguing God used DNA to convey information.
Brooke. Okay, everybody, here's what we're gonna do. Brooke, you saw the video before. You're jumping ahead. He was just talking about the information in the Bible being conveyed to other people to write.
Okay, then am I? Okay, it's been a while since I've watched this, but I thought that was where he talked about
8 seconds from being booted. That's where. Yes.
That's why it's better. That's why it's better to watch and respond to what he's saying instead of what you think he's going to say.
Okay.
Or he said before.
Here's what goes on. Oh look, you're all freaking quiet now. No, everybody's muted. No jumping ahead. Only listen to what's said in the video. Anything not in evidence we can't respond to, and we'll do that. What he was just talking about now was the information he was talking about was the Bible, and it was conveyed by God to other intelligent agents who could then report it to all of us, and like that. Okay, now we'll get back to... Alrighty.
Wow.
And moving on. Here's more stuff.
Look at the microcosm of the world. It is loaded with information. Think of the...
hey! Look who's here!
All right.
Andy, welcome!
I never got the link to the buzzers, so I've just been sitting here listening to you.
Raise your hand.
So, hang on. You have to open the participants list, and at the bottom you will see a button that says raise hand.
Yeah.
Okay, this is getting way too technical for me.
Right, okay. I'd just like to make a point. The person who has designed and built stuff that's on Mars says this is complicated. We have to look for a simpler solution then. Because...
it's really easy to make stuff that goes into outer space. It is not really easy to talk about it.
All right, did you find the hand raising thing?
No, seriously, like...
on the bottom, look for participants.
All right, I got that.
Click on it.
Done.
And then you see
now at the bottom, you should see raise hand.
You can also just
no,
hit
that's
Alt
there.
F, if I remember.
Alt F would have been so much easier. Why didn't someone just say Alt F?
Because
I don't care.
Alt U instead of
God, Alt codes are so much easier.
And Alt Y to use your hand, and Alt
Oh,
A
it's Alt
to
Y.
mute.
There, yeah.
Alt A to mute when you, for example, breathe into your mic.
Subtle. Very subtle. All right,
so Alt F.
Okay.
Our sausage even figured
Alt
it out.
Y. Alt Y, not F. I'm on mobile. I was trying to remember what Bill always says.
Alrighty, I see Brooke seems to have the hand up. Please proceed.
Speak.
Since Andy is now here, I do want to tell him not to freak out, because I believe he was the one who ended up calling for this to end last time we watched it. Like, so, this is him. It was, and you argued in favor of Orphan Red last time, and I sent the video link. It's there. It was either you or Squirrel. I can't remember which one. But
I think it was Andy that had enough of Mr. Ty.
I think it was me. I got a thing for Orphan Red. She's fucking cute.
Yeah, and I believe the reason you gave was she was easier on the eyes.
I think us blokes have got a thing for her.
Hey,
all right,
I got a thing for her too. She's not bad looking.
At some point, maybe.
All right, Nacho Witness, you got the hand up. What do you got? Or it's went away.
Moving on.
Absolutely, moving on. Silence. Here we go.
Genetic code. Scientists have now discovered that the genetic code is digital. It's not analogous to a digital code. It is digital.
Frank,
it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's just not even wrong.
Bear in mind, digital does not necessarily mean 1, 0.
No, actually...
Digital is high, low, off, on.
Yeah, well, there is such a thing as trinary. It's not fully developed yet, but they are working on storage devices that uses trinary That's 0, 1, and 2. Not theoretical, but physical at the moment.
You're still looking at an off-on gating type.
Yeah.
Whereas analog is based off of the sine wave and the continuous change.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, so God can make digital stuff. Now I'm waiting for the Dead Sea thumb drive. Just saying, I want to see it. If God can write digital stuff, I want to see that thumb drive. Come on. Shouldn't be that hard for God then.
Well, if one gets shipped here, you will be the first one I notify. So
that's how I like it.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Digital. If you look at the public chat, I just see Mr. U's reference. So it's fingers. Digital. The word digital comes from digits. 10 counting fingers. Digital. So yeah. How pedantic do we want to get? All right, moving on. More stuff.
Exactly as a digitized computer code. It is not like it. It is, in reality, a digital code of information.
Drink.
Not. Drink, acid answered.
Let's just call it data and move on.
Okay.
That's just wrong.
Good enough, and it is ever so wrong. And more stuff.
So, wait. Before we get going, let's just go ahead and welcome the person under Non-Sec Live, which I'm assuming is Kyle.
What?
Oh, did I miss that?
We missed that.
It scrolled off. I just have the little window open.
We can hear the person talking.
Do I smell Kyle and or Steve?
I don't know.
It's me, David.
Well, howdy.
It's Paul. Okay.
Oh, which David?
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
He's not here, man.
It's just, there's more than one David in there, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, David, we do not apologize for what you're about to put yourself through with torture.
Yeah,
that is all.
Voluntarily.
I'm masochist. Just go ahead and say it.
Oh, we all are.
So it would seem. And all right. And on that note, moving on.
More than 100 years ago, when Darwin came up with his theory, his idea was that a cell was extremely simple, just a bubble of protoplasm, a bubble of jelly. Over the past few decades, however, new technology like electron microscopes have produced a revolution in molecular biology. We now know that the cell is not just simple jelly, simple.
Okay, Jared.
Let him finish this point.
No, he's already said enough of the point. Here's the thing, dumb fuck. We've known about the inner workings of the cell, both animal and plant, long before we had the electron microscope.
Okay, yeah, he's flung there.
Indeed. All right, let's see. Tornado!
I just wanted to say electron microscope.
Tornado, what do you got? Okay, thank you, Tornado. Hill, what do you got?
Yes, Darwin did not understand genetics. That wasn't even a conception at the time. However, since then, evolution has only been strengthened thanks to our knowledge of genetics. Sure, Darwin, he didn't think the cell was much. He thought it was basically just a clump of goo. But now, he knew what evolution was. He wasn't exactly sure how it worked. But now we do, and now we know even more. Yeah. So it's just wrong.
Quite true. And knowledge of genetics was not needed at the time. So, all right. Brooke, what do you got?
In response to Hill, but evolution is just a theory.
That's true, it is, damn it.
Oh, well, damn, I didn't think of that.
Sorry. I want to torture people tonight. I mean, we're doing Mr. Ty, so I can't do much more than he can.
Really? How much worse could it get? All right. Terry, what do you got?
Orphan Red, Jaredism, and Mr. Ty, and Kid Ham all. Or how about Kid Ham and Mr. Ty together? There's that out there.
Okay. Terry, what do you got?
Jeans weren't invented till Levi came around.
All right.
You can tell a couple seconds just dropping by. Nobody got it. Nobody got it. Click. Everybody got it.
All right. Moving on. Here we go.
Protoplasm. It is a high-tech molecular machine, far more complex than any machine ever built by a human being. And I'm talking about every single cell.
Drink.
Okay. Tornado, what do you got?
Irreducible complexity.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like he's going there, doesn't it?
I'm not going to say anything. I know the answer. I'm not going to say anything.
I'm not entirely sure, but it sounded like you said something.
I'm not. You told me not to pre-book.
Yes, of course not.
So I'm shutting up.
You're not. You're talking.
To say that.
If you see, there's no need to say
fuck you, Sai.
There's no need to say I'm not gonna say. You never need to start a sentence when I'm not gonna say. All you have to do is not say.
Screw you guys. You know what I mean by that.
Yes.
No.
And we're pointing out the fallacy of what you're doing.
Which is what we do.
That's what this show is about, Brooke. I'm pointing out fallacies. You're not exempt.
All right.
What fallacy did I use? Just say I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Okay.
Okay, Brooke, you don't say.
You don't say. Oh, that's okay. That's a new one.
Has anyone noticed how beautiful the woodworking panels is behind him? I'm just wondering if anybody's noticed that.
But you're not going to say anything about that, right? Jared, what do you got?
You know, Brooke, you almost had it right. You almost had the phrase right. It's not screw you, Sai and Nacha. It's screw you guys, I'm going home.
Screw you guys, I'm going
already home. So and I even went back to my old hometown earlier, which was really awkward.
South Dakota.
Okay, so the response to Brooke ever after past this point shall be you don't say for everything. All right, moving on.
I'm so loved here.
You don't
Brooke,
say.
I got a response for you. I put that in image dumping.
Oh no.
I don't want to know.
Yes, you do want to know because you're going to look. I know. I know you.
No, I'm not. I need a dumb shit from you, Peter, to know it's not going to be good.
All right. While you go check that out, which we know you're going to do because you said you're not going to do it, we shall move on.
I'm playing a video game while I watch this.
You know, I'm not going to look at that image, but here's what I think of that image. Here we go. Moving on.
I don't even know what it has in it.
Okay. Here we go. More stuff.
Scientists tell us now that every cell is like a miniature factory town. Every single cell hums with power plants, automated factories, and recycling centers. In the nucleus is a cellular library of every cell, housing blueprints and plans that are
Okay, welcome to the metaphor section.
Copied and transported to the factories in the cell, each of which is filled with molecular machines that function like computerized motors.
Drink, goddammit.
Okay, Hill, what do you got?
This is not about anything he said in particular, though his use of metaphor is arguably sloppy. This is more about sure, you can compare life to machinery all you want. This doesn't get you any closer to the supernatural. I genuinely can't understand how saying, hey, look how the natural world is so complex. Therefore, the supernatural, specifically God and some such. That just doesn't even begin to follow. So,
understood. All right. Well, thank you. And Jared, what do you got?
No, dude, no. Just no. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Welcome to Mr. Ty.
Yeah, pretty much. Tornado, what do you got?
I hate the irreducible complexity argument. And again, what the whole metaphor thing, we know how all of these processes work. They're chemistry. It's a pretty well established how these things happen. It's not irreducibly complex. In fact, we've seen this stuff in action before. It's just that this person's tiny little brain doesn't want to understand it.
So it would seem. Alrighty.
You're forgetting something, Tornado.
Oh yeah. Also,
his brain is a very complex and intelligent machine, a machine that we can't build.
Actually, no. You'd be wrong on that. His brain is, well, let's just say I could sum up the entirety of his brain content in one single word: nothing.
Ah.
Oh no.
Alrighty then. Let us move on to all those who have not been called on. Brooke, do you have something you'd like to not say?
I'm so abused here, but Tornado, he does have something up there. It's just his head and what supposedly is his brain is just denser than a black hole's core.
Aha.
I would like to object to that thing that Brooke said. You're not abused here. You break the rules a lot here.
Okay. All right. But
coming from the guy who wasn't called on.
No. Well, Nacho was going to say.
I can't help it. That's a colloquial around here where I talk. Okay, I'm from the backwoods of Kansas. What do you expect?
You're
all right.
talking to a country bumpkin yourself.
Oh yeah, I'll fully admit I'm a hillbilly. I'm a hick. I'm a redneck. Yeah, I am. What do you think I'd sound like a hick? I am one.
All right. Well, on that note, let us see what. Let's see who is up here. Bo, what do you got?
Yeah. He said computerized motors.
Indeed.
That makes just about as much sense as the latest ad I've seen for what are those vacuum cleaners called?
Dyson.
The Roomba?
The Dyson. The Dyson. You know the Dyson vacuum cleaners that have digital motors.
The digital motor, yes, indeed.
They do not exist. It's nonsensical.
It's a digital motor. It's either there or it's not. It happens to be there, so that's a 1. It certainly is digital.
Fair enough, but yeah. Computerized motors, my ass.
All right, let us move on to. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Bo. David, what do you got?
Oh, I was just going to say that this just reminds me a lot of true empiricism, and that's pretty much all I need to compare him to.
Now, is that a nice thing to say?
Ronnie's. This is Ronnie's Kent Hovind right here, as far as I can tell.
This is you're being you. I almost feel like you need to apologize to true empiricism now.
No, I need to apologize to Kent Hovind. Is who I need to fucking apologize to.
Are you referring to Ronnie or Ron the Magic Man?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, let us. Very good. Let us now see what Peter has to add.
Yeah, I had a question for Bo. You said that digital motors don't exist. Aren't all motors digital? They're either on or off.
Oh, there you go.
No, actually. If you're using PWM to control the motor, then yes. But if you're using analog control, in other words, voltage-dependent speed control, then no.
It's still a matter of being on or off.
No, because it can also be in reverse.
Then it's on.
That is true. All right, and
but motors are current.
Yes. All right. Well, that is good, and let us see. David, you have anything additional? Hands still up. I'm guessing not. Okay, and
I didn't realize I had to lower my hand.
That's not.
For what reason?
Let's see. Shouldn't we have Brooke? Is there anything you'd like to not say before we move on?
Yeah, wasn't it Bullinator who said I was just gonna say, and no one called Bull out?
No. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Any other questions?
I am, as I said, I am so abused on here, so it's a damn good thing I'm a masochist because I keep coming back.
I was nice to you. I was nice to you once, and you asked me why I don't like you anymore.
Okay, I did do that. I will admit that did happen. So,
All right.
I mean, but honestly, if you guys were nice, I would really want to know what I did to piss all of you off.
Or if we've talked to your doctor, do you guys know something? You know, like that kind of thing.
Wait, why are you talking to my shrink?
I have a dinopeptic germ. All right, Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Brooke something. So, Brooke, are you wearing a lot of gold chains and a growing mohawk?
What?
I am feeling somehow this is a Mr. T.
Yeah, I'm looking at your avatar. Your avatar says BA.
Oh, well, that's because my name is Brooke Aurelia.
Yeah, and it would have been BAB to work.
So it would. So you're still BA.
Well, all right, Peter. You want to find out how much of a BA I can be? I'll tell you. Just come on over here to Kansas. I'll show you a good time.
I have to come over there to Kansas because you're too afraid to fly.
That did not go out how
All right.
I'm raising.
We have.
That did not come out. That sounded so much better in my head. I'll just say that.
I have to come over there because you're too afraid to fly.
All right. I see one hand up. I see one hand up, and it's Nacho Witness. Let us see, Nacho Witness. What do you got?
So who is it?
We should move on.
That is an excellent suggestion. We will do precisely that.
You're ruining our stalling.
No more stalling. We got to get through this nonsense.
We got to pull.
Hold on. What part of Kansas? Are you like northeast Kansas or
northeast Manhattan?
Down the Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah, just off the Yellow Brick Road.
I'm in Manhattan at Kansas. I'm in Manhattan at Kansas State University because that's where I'm going to school. And I used to actually be in Riley, the little podunk town of about 900 some odd people now.
Aha.
Oh, you should have said something this weekend. I was in Wichita for the weekend.
Oh, I wish I would have. I know you up here. I would have said, "Hey, come on up and visit." I would have,
right.
Had fun.
Okay. I don't want to ask. I'm not gonna. Not gonna ask. But we have requests for moving on from our audience, so let us do precisely that. Here we go. More stuff.
These manufacture the immense array of products needed within the cell, with the processes all regulated by enzymes that function as stopwatches to ensure that everything is perfectly timed. And all things are assembled, gathered, transported, and delivered in exactly...
Diana, I see the hand up. What do you got?
Yeah, from what I hear him saying, he's speaking of the enzymes as regulators. No, not really. There may be one or two that perform some regulatory function. The enzymes are catalysts for the most part, not regulators. Regulation is done by concentration within the intracellular medium. Learn some chemistry, jackass.
Okay. That works. All right. And since that was way too fast and we were in danger of actually making progress, Brooke, what do you got?
I have a drink call on Diana. She's expecting science from this idiot.
Aha.
That is all.
Okay.
And also, Diana, you do say.
Yes. Thank you, Solar, for calling that out. And it ain't on me.
All right.
Wait a minute. What was that? That was kind of close to the mic there. It was muffled.
I said, Diana, thank you. That you did say.
Oh, okay. I did say yes. That is true.
All right. I was going to say moving on.
The required moment. It was Francis Crick of DNA fame who said the cell is thus a minute factory bristling with rapid organized chemical activity.
Drink.
Even the outside.
Okay, Brooke, what do you got?
Argument from authority.
Okay.
I don't know.
Please explain.
Indeed.
He's trying to use the analogy that Francis Crick was using to say, look, proof design. That's what it came across as me as. So.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Why? Because he's trying to quote something that sounds like, "Oh, look, even scientists say it's a design."
Ah, okay. All right. So so that was my confusion. Is that the person in question is an authority on a subject, but he's using it for a different purpose. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And David, what do you got?
Oh, I was just gonna say he was quote mining, which is basically what you just said. So,
all right, that works. Okay.
Quote mining.
Okay then.
And moving on.
Side of the cell, the surface, the membrane, is studded with sensors, gates, pumps, and identification markers to regulate traffic coming in and out of that cell. Today, biologists cannot even describe the cell without using the language of machines and engineering. It is Michael Behe who wrote.
No, just no.
Oh, he's going into and B's coming up too. All right, Brooke, what do you got?
Just we can describe it. It's we can describe what the parts are. We can say exactly what they are and what they do, and we don't need engineering terms. And I'll yield the rest of my drink call until after he finishes.
Okay. Not your witness. What do you got? Wow.
Nacha, you fall off the earth?
Oh, that's deep, Nacha.
Did you let go of the turtle?
It was so deep you couldn't hear.
What Brookie was saying, just on top of that, it just sort of is an easier way to explain it to people. For most people, it's an easier way to process when you have it explained in terms that they already understand.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. All right. Tornado, what do you got?
Behe. All I need to say, I've heard rumors of this person. They are not good.
He's so great, Tornado.
You don't say. Okay, Hill, what do you got?
Yeah, sure. Certain parts of the cell, I'm sure they work similar to machinery, and it's easier for us to describe it that way. But that doesn't mean God designed that. That's not how that works. I mean, honestly, if we were designed, there's no actual need for cells to be that complex. It could just be a bit of, I don't know how to put it aside from just goo, which just kind of magically just works and keeps us alive. There's no need for all this intricate, quote unquote, machinery, which all has to naturally naturally and chemically and physically work in order to keep us alive. It's a thing.
Indeed. Okay. And on that note, moving on.
The blockbuster Darwin's Black Box, in which he posited the obvious truth of intelligent design behind creation rather than random chance. And Behe describes a cell like this.
Yet.
Okay.
Let him finish his argument.
All right. All right, everybody remember what you got to say in case he shifts topics on us. Here we go.
Each cell has an automated rapid transit system in which certain molecules function as...
See, he's on to a new topic, isn't he?
No, he's arguing I know what he's arguing here. It's not. He's quoting from Behe's book.
My drink call was for what he already said.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So Michael Behe, the guy who was not only crushed by scientists, but he was even crushed in a court of law. That Michael Behe?
Yeah, one. Yeah, the one who was presented with
38
books. How many papers and he's like, well, that's not enough.
Books and I think over 100 scientific papers.
Yeah.
And all he had was, I haven't read those.
Yeah. That Behe.
That Behe.
That's the guy. All right. And let us see. Hill, you got something?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And Brooke, you said you wanted to wait till he's finished, or you want to go now?
I'm wait. He hasn't quite said what I want him to say. What I'm waiting for him to say. So.
All right. Very good. You'll be first up. The next drink call, I gather. Here we go.
Tiny monorail trains running along tracks to whisk cargo around from one part of the cell to the other. Other molecules act as loading machines, filling up the train cars and attaching address labels. When the train reaches the right address in another part of the cell, it is met by other molecules that act as docking machines, opening them up and removing the supplies. To frame a mental image of the cell, picture it as a large and complex model train layout with tracks crisscrossing everywhere, its switches and signals perfectly timed so that no trains collide in the...
Okay.
Yeah. I'll yield in here because...
We should hook this guy up with Nephilim Free. Nephilim Free showed me animated pictures of the workings of an inner cell that were made in order to show the inner workings. And he told me, look, they look like man and they're operating machines. So therefore, that's what's happening in your cell. No, you idiot. This is how they represent it. We should get him in touch with this guy. They could make a great comedy duo.
Who's the straight man?
Oh, we ourselves had to work.
Wait, you're assuming one of them would be straight?
All right. And Brooke, is now the time when you wish to interject?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm glad he mentioned it here, but I guess he doesn't. So I still have shit to say on one. Asked and answered with it being quoting Michael Behe. 2, Darwin's Black Box is a joke of any book if you want to look at it scientifically.
Okay.
And 3, analogies and metaphors are not fucking science, you little weaselly sack of shit.
But he said the Bible plus science good, and I mean, what is the Bible full of? Analogies that are, well, not science, but hey.
Yeah, shit.
You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say shit.
Yeah,
all right.
shit.
All right. Here we go. More stuff.
Cargo reaches its destination precisely when needed. And Behe goes on to say, and here's his main point, this is a level of complexity that Darwin never dreamed of.
Okay.
And his theory utterly fails to account...
Go ahead, Rock.
All the drink.
Irreducible complexity, a.k.a. bullshit.
All right. Tornado, what do you got?
Again, Brooke got it before I could.
Okay. Good enough. And Hill, what do you got?
That's because Brooke's operating off of spoilers.
Yeah,
I thought he used a different argument here. I really did. That's why I was waiting, but apparently it's not used here. It's been over a year since I watched this, okay?
Hill, what happened to your voice?
This is why I did my drafting, my voice for drafting.
Hill, your voice is different.
Yeah.
Brooke.
I didn't know you could impersonate other people.
Hill, you sounded just like Brooke. That was amazing.
I'm coming down with a cold. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
That's why.
Well, that was so stupid that I literally forgot which stupid he said. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, when Darwin first, I don't want to say come up with, that seems too harsh. So when Darwin came up with evolution, sure, it didn't include the genetic aspect, but now it does. I mean, Darwin, no offense to Darwin, but he doesn't matter to evolution anymore. Even if it doesn't matter about what he thought evolution was. Sure, it's interesting to know that's its origin, but now it's much more advanced and complicated than all that. Unlike religion, science, including evolution, is not built on infallible prophets who can't be wrong and whose ideas need to stand the test of time for all eternity. That's not how science works. It works on building knowledge, standing on the shoulders of giants. Even Darwin had no idea about cells or how complex they were, sure, but we do now, and it works with evolution. So you're stupid.
Indeed.
And wrong.
And wrong. Okay, that's good. And yeah, well, I think the reason they attack Darwin is because it's a lot easier than addressing all the science that has happened since his day and 15 minutes ago. So, all right. Let us see. Brooke, what do you got?
I have a question for Hill here, like what he said.
Okay.
He said Darwin doesn't matter to evolution. Does that mean that Isaac Newton's thoughts on alchemy don't apply to gravity? I mean, he already thought gravity was alchemy. I mean, well, technically chemistry is modern day alchemy. So yeah, maybe that might be something.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let us see. Tornado, what do you got?
It was in addition to Hill's comment, which was laced with science and all sorts of awesome stuff like that. Kent Hovind himself says that occasionally he'll talk to someone and he'll basically straw man the fuck out of them and all sorts of things like that. And yeah, I don't like whenever creationists like Mr. What's his name again? Oh wait, Mr. Ty decide to straw man the hell out of everything someone else says.
Indeed.
And Darwin, like you said, is not important to the theory anymore because we've advanced beyond that. I mean, this is the same. Evolution doesn't really even. Every time they say, "Show me something producing a non-something," and then I'll believe you. It's a way of saying that, oh, if you ever find this, evolution will be disproven anyway, so I still win. Basically, it's a dishonest tactic.
Okay. Alrighty, and let us see. Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, this guy's on a tangent. Darwin didn't know this. Darwin didn't know that. Darwin. I mean, everything Darwin wrote, your stupid God didn't know because he didn't put it in a Bible.
That is a good point.
Have you thought of that?
That is an excellent point. All right.
No.
And oh my God, Brooke, what could you possibly want now?
In response to Tornado, Tornado mentioned something producing a non-something. So is that like we should ask the creationists now to demonstrate dirt producing a human being?
Yes.
Wow.
Ooh, for once. Okay, good.
All right.
I thought that was a good question. And I'm not stalling, I promise.
So did the crickets. All right. And moving. Oh, you know what? Actually, we had a request for speeding this up a bit, so we're going to do that too. Here's more of this.
For why? Because a system of coordinated interlocking parts like this can only operate after all the pieces are in place.
Oh my!
Which means they must all appear simultaneously, not
Yes.
Drink.
Yes. God,
yes, we know it's irreducible complexity and it's stupid and it's wrong.
Absolutely. All right. Tornado, do you have something to add other than irreducible complexity?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Go ahead.
You know, if you know how our modern day cells are very, very, very complex. Maybe they started out as bacterial cells, which ingested other bacterial cells, or rather, absorbed another bacterial cell, and it turned out that they were better together than they were alone, leading to the first freaking organelle, aka a mitochondrion, which produced energy for the cell, and thus allowing the cell to do more important things.
Okay, that's.
I don't know. That seems like a far more likely explanation.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sounds kind of irreducibly complex there. I think so.
No, I think this is a my holy bug moment.
Maybe so. Yeah. All right, Diana, what do you got?
Yeah, Mr. Ty, you're leaving a few words out of that sentence, and all of you do, and I wish you would really learn those words and use them. The complex objects have to be there in their complete form, otherwise they do not perform in their current capacity. They might well have performed in some other capacity in the past, but that it's not that they fail completely. Okay? You got that? For once, please?
Yes. All righty. And, all righty. Oh my God, Brooks' hands up again.
Boy.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, he is my pet project. I have a very strong hatred of this guy, and I love watching him. He's a hate watch. But their favorite thing is a mousetrap is irreducible to play. You know, I take the spring out, I got a tie clip. I take the swing mechanism that comes down. I now have something that I can stab you in the eye with. I take that away. I now have a paperweight. See, it's not technically irreducibly complex. I can make it through as a thing.
Quite true. Alrighty.
I have a question, Brooke. If you take away the base first, what have you got then?
A paperweight.
Yes.
All right.
You got something that you can go and hold on one end with the.
You think those tiny metal parts would make a paperweight?
Well, for very small paper.
The block would be the paperweight. The other parts are very good instruments of torture.
Okay. And on that note, moving on. Here we go.
Piece by piece process.
Fuck all of this weird shit.
Therefore, Behe coined the term irreducible complexity to refer to the minimum level of complexity that must be present before such a highly integrated system can function at all. It cannot evolve piece by piece. It must appear simultaneously in the very same.
Absolutely. That gets one of those.
There is a new response to this.
Oh, really? Go ahead.
Yeah. Look at the fucking fossil record, you dipshit. We can see growing complexity in life as you go from the origin at the bottom of the geologic column all the way up to more recent things. It's almost like things are getting better as they go along.
No!
Shocking as that may seem.
Shocking!
All right. And, Bo, you have something to add?
Yeah, now, Lord Crocus Girl is not here, so citation fucking needed!
All right. Oh, hey, it looks like Luke is going. Luke is going. Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Luke.
Bye, Luke.
You have the bullet brace and all of us.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption, Bo. Go right ahead.
Yeah, we're all right. If you cannot, cite your just
What's that, Bo?
Go back to the time where, live as Jeebus. Jeebus never talked about, toilet paper, for example, glasses, the internet, modern amenities. Go live like he did then, supposedly.
Indeed.
You want to know what
without toilet paper, remember.
About the internet? Nikola Tesla.
All right. Let's see. Oh, my God. Brooke, what do you got?
Something on Jared. It was Jared. What was your point? I forgot my point. God,
the geologic column and the
fossil
record.
Yeah. I can explain that away. It was the flood.
Bullshit.
You think? All right. And Peter, what do you got?
Yeah. Also, a response to Jared. I think there's a newer argument against irreducible complexity, because if you have the modern day human with his complex brain, so let's take away that brain, it still functions, because look at creation. Medicine. No, look at creationists. They function.
That they do.
Well, that's debatable.
Marginally.
What's your excuse, Peter?
Oh. All right.
I don't function. Ask anyone. I just don't function.
All right. Here's more stuff at 1.5 speed.
Moment. Irreducibly complex systems don't have any function without this minimum number of parts in place, which means they can't occur by natural selection. As another illustration of this, consider the tiny string-like flagellum attached like a tail to some bacteria.
Yeah. Never heard this one before. All right. Let's see. Brooke, what do you got?
All right. This is what I originally thought he was going for. No, because we understand how it fucking works and we've seen how it's evolved. You lying little sack of weaselly horseshit.
Indeed, and we got a pretty good idea of what it used to do before it was a flagellum, too.
Yes.
Let us see. Tornado, what do you got?
Same thing with Brooke. The flagellum is not irreducibly complex, you lying sack of shit.
Oh, my. All right. And let us see. Peter, what do you got?
No, well, I didn't have anything, but now you call on me. Karis, what are you doing in the side chat? Why are you not here?
Well, Karis, get in here and bring your cereal boxes with you.
That's a good question. All right. Let us see. All right. Andy, what do you got?
I was just listening to Wolves, and I thought that was a lot more fun than this dumb motherfucker.
Okay. You know, I'd have to agree. All right. And Terry, what do you got?
What's a fagelli?
Hey, maybe we could send him an email, get him to say wavy things after this point. Or spinny wavy things. Okay. Not your witness, what do you got?
Yeah, I just got a wrench suggestion for your side chat, if possible, for purple rhymes with orange.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Most
Yes,
definitely.
that's fine.
Well, say, okay, I have the abbreviated list. Say hi so I can see you, and we'll take care of that situation right away. All right.
Put your hand up.
Purple is a OG for side chat. He's awesome.
All right. Yep. Just say hi so I can see you, and we'll take care of that. Alrighty.
How do I put my hand down?
There's a same way as you put it up. Same way as you put it up.
Plus Y. Simple.
There you go. Purple said something.
Got it.
Thank you kindly.
All right. There we go. Can't have anybody running around naked in the side chat. Unacceptable. All right.
Hey, does it?
Yeah, my hand's not actually up. I tried Control Y. I did.
Karis.
All right. You haven't.
That's better.
I don't know if that actually worked. But
Nope. Still got the.
it
Still got the
says
hand.
my hand is up.
Yep.
and I
Hands
don't know
up.
why.
I'm sorry. Now
Why
you have
in
to.
the hell is my hand?
Hit lower hand.
Yeah. There's.
Karis is in now, so watch the viewership rise.
Got it.
Hi, Karis.
My hand's down. I'm gonna go back to listening to Wolves because they're gorgeous sounding.
Hey,
I would say. Alrighty, and
is this not working?
Oh, it's working.
oh yeah, hear you fine.
Yay! I've
Oh.
missed you. Where have you been?
Yay!
Smart enough not to watch this crap. that's where she's been.
The guy we're watching, is that John MacArthur?
Sure is.
I used to practically worship him when I was a fundy.
Ah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Karis, we need to talk.
I know.
All right.
Karis.
Yeah.
You need to thank for this video. That we've been waiting. I've been waiting over a year, almost a year and a month, to get back to this video.
And so this is the return of Mr.
This guy is
Ty.
poison.
Oh, I know.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I want to. That's why I want to torture everyone else and poison them.
Thanks.
Karis, are you going to switch to beast mode for this one? Like you did in our last show?
No, that's all right.
That sounds interesting.
Hey.
They need to hear you in beast mode. That was.
But before we do that, but before we do that, Mathemagic Pagan is going to sleep. So thank you for joining us. Merry Christmas. Hope you had a great day.
Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed my present to all of you.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
What I'd really enjoy is a dichroic cube.
Brooke, when it comes to present, what do you think of mine? I put in 2 in Discord for you now.
That sounds strangely ominous, Peter. Put 2 of what in Discord?
Well, so the last one is titled
What do you think of
Pornography-
mine? I put you in Discord.
Pornography for the Whole Family.
Oh, that
And
one.
it's got a nice teddy bear on it too.
Are you talking about the one you did of Psy?
No, we had that at the beginning of the show.
You saw that one. Oh boy.
I've already been in Psy's DMs on Twitter begging him not to ban you.
Wait. You've been in the DMs with Psy? God damn it.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
no idea.
Wait. In the DMs or you are the DM?
Now, what does
I
DM mean these days?
Bo, it goes
Correct
down
message.
in the DMs.
Jared,
Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Jared, she read out
Karis,
Veronica
very
from Orphan Red. You're missing out. And
All
it
right.
was in
Right,
German.
moving on.
Yeah, let us do the moving on thing so we can get this over with. It's like out here. It's after midnight already, and there's folks that got to go to work tomorrow, and we got to be respectful of their time. Here we go.
Hey, out here it's after midnight. It's 6:17 here.
Ah,
Yeah, I was going to say it's morning time in Europe.
And I have a Christmas lunch with the family in less than 6 hours.
aha.
I already had Christmas lunch or dinner.
Who's drumming?
Hey,
So
stop
I'm-
fapping.
Who's drumming?
I'm going to look at wolves some more and listen to them howl because that's really awesome.
I was making my dog howl earlier by showing her videos of wolves howling on TV.
That I almost want to see.
Okay. Terry has something to add. Terry, what do you got?
Can you please not mention dogs right now?
Terry?
Did you have a death in the family?
Now that Clarice is here, I only want her to say moving on. Everyone else shut up.
That's true. All right.
Moving on.
Okay. Oh, wait. Tornado's got the hand up. Tornado, what do you got?
It was about the issue regarding the dog. One of my grandma's dog actually had a couple of seizures, maybe even a heart attack earlier.
Oh,
but
my.
it's okay. She's alive, but still.
Not by much.
I'm sorry to hear that, Tornado.
Indeed. All right. And, that's right. I can't say it anymore. That's right. You guys want Karis to say it. Karis, do you want to do the honors?
Moving on.
Okay.
Microscope of bacteria with a little tail. As the bacterium swims around in its environment, the flagellum whips around like a propeller. And from a diagram, if you were to see it, you would consider it to be a kind of motorized machine, like you would have in an outboard motor. It is a microscopic rotary motor that comes equipped,
like
scientists tell us,
something from
with
Bad
a hook
Dragon.
joint, a drive shaft, O-rings, a stator, and a bidirectional acid power motor that can hum along at up to, are you ready for this, 100,000
Acid answered.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Duly noted,
100.
Brooke. Thank you. And Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, just to annoy this guy. Can a flagellum motorboat?
All right. Tornado, what do you got on a flagellum?
Well, I actually have to pick apart his use of the word stator in this.
Okay.
In this case, he would not want to use stator. He'd probably want to use crankshaft, or he did use drive shaft, but maybe pistons or something like along those lines.
I can think of it.
But when you use the word stator, you use it in reference to an air raid siren. It's this little thing with slots around the main impeller, and the impeller is designed such that all the valves on the stator are closed 1 second and then open the next, and they open and close faster and faster as the impeller rotates at a faster and faster RPM. And so you get this rising pitch that you would often associate with a tornado warning back in Tornado Alley, and it sounds kind of like...
All right. The thing to remember is it also refers to the fixed coils in a motor as well. So that I think that's what he was referring to.
Okay. If that is true, then that is my mistake.
Oh, not at all. None of us has covered every topic.
Don't.
Stop that. It's like
in the correct pitch range, please.
I just have a question for Tornado.
Oh, okay. All right, Brooke, who has not raised a hand. Do you have something to not say?
Never mind.
What is going
I think Tornado is broken now.
Yeah, really, Tornado. Don't make me mute
Someone
you.
is trying to make everybody's dogs howl.
All right.
That's why I'm glad I have headphones in.
I'm trying to make everybody's dogs howl.
Okay. I do have a mute button here. Let me just mention
Bye,
that.
tornado.
Anyway, Jared, you had something?
Yeah, if he really wants to know the good result of what an engine can do, I can go outside right now and fire one up.
Okay.
Indeed. All right. Let's see.
Side strike.
Yes.
It has been proposed by another friend that we both have in common that a new drinking game begin.
Oh?
Yes.
I'm
You
intrigued.
mean above and beyond the one that
It
already
has to
exists?
do with when you say the word indeed or I say the word indeed.
Okay, drink on that. We
Oh,
don't
we'll
need
be
alcohol poisoning.
No, don't.
I would get it from non-alcoholic drinks.
This will not end well.
That's
Hello, indeed.
Hello,
The only
indeed.
reason I know the word indeed is because of Psy Strike.
You can use that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Indeed.
All right. Yeah. Almost did it again. Hey, look, Paul. Paul has joined us. Howdy, Paul. All
Hey,
righty.
apology.
Liked your recent video on the timing of the birth, by the way. Jesus' birth. Anyway, all right. Let us, Karis, what do you got?
I noticed that MacArthur had mentioned O-rings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just confused. Why specifically O-rings? I mean, if he means the rotation, isn't he thinking more along the lines of, say, a ball bearing?
Perhaps bearing O-rings. I'm having trouble thinking where that would apply in the no.
The only time
Something
I
that
ever
works
heard,
well.
the only time I ever heard what O-rings were referred to was during Red talking about the O-ring F up with a certain space shuttle that shall not be named.
Ah, all
and
right.
regarding a certain person whose name begins with an R and ends with an S, who shall not be named.
Aha.
Because the results of which can be seen on one of the movie nights, where I actually have to mute the microphone in order to keep from becoming a literally swear word slinging rant.
Well.
It is one of the only times that I have ever become F6 tornado pelt.
All righty. Oh, look at that. Everybody,
Merry Christmas, Paul.
Paul wishes you all a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Paul. All righty. And let us see who is next.
So I have a quick question.
Yes.
So how many times have you gone back to that video? Because I see double the number of views as I have subscribers on that channel.
All righty. Let us see. Who have we? We'll just skip right over Brooke. Wait a minute. What happened? I was just teasing. You didn't have to drop the hand.
No, I had a joke for tornado pelt, but I don't remember what it was. It was something. Oh yeah, I remember now.
Why did I say? What the hell? What the hell's wrong with
I
you?
forgot my joke, okay, because we waited so long.
We were almost out. All right, go ahead, Brooke.
It was tornado pelt mentioned drive shafts, and now. Are you sure you want to rephrase that in the company you're in about how drive shafts work or something? I don't remember. Like, I'm an idiot.
It was actually completely innocent.
Granted.
Yeah, see, it made more sense at the time.
So it was hilarious while it was still inside your head. That happens to be often. Once it's out, it doesn't seem to.
No, it would have been funny because it would have been in reference to when he said it and not 10 minutes later.
No, it wouldn't.
I can't see the bearing on the conversation of a drive shaft.
No. I got nothing. All right. Let us see. All right. Next on the list.
Slappy Squirrel Tornado.
All right. Squirrel, what do you got?
I know I guess the reference.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just wandered back. I just wandered in here, having realized you guys were doing a Christmas movie night.
Mhm.
This guy is talking about the bacterial flagellum. Do I have this?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. First
Yeah,
off,
that's
everybody in the chat has had to say O-rings are for sealing joints, usually one to another. I have them in a number of things. You wouldn't see something like that in a bacterial flagellum. And yes, okay, it looks kind of like a motor when you see it, but you can remove a bunch of the proteins and still have something useful.
Indeed.
So you have
a drink. I said indeed.
You know, I don't know why they keep bringing up the bacterial flagellum. I just don't. It's nowhere near the evidence.
Don't know what it is, and it works.
It sounds sciencey. All right.
It sounds all sciencey, and therefore they try and use it, but it's not. But everything's in little stages. You can remove, what is it? I think it's 2/3 of the proteins in question, and you have the type 3 secretory system, which was used to poison things.
Alrighty.
Hey, it's like, and that's just from a lecture by Ken Miller that I watched like months or actually over a year ago now. The thing is, Ken Miller says it's like the mousetrap, Ken Miller's mousetrap. You can remove the switch and the little pin. It still works. It doesn't catch mice very well, but it makes a great tie clip.
Oh, it also apparently, as I mentioned, torture devices.
Yeah, well.
All right. On that note,
I hate this guy enough that I would torture him.
All right.
Ooh, $2 super chat. I don't see it yet.
Any Linux? Who is that?
I don't know.
Dude.
Where you been?
Dude, sweet dreams are made of these. Come on.
These young people don't know the good music.
Indeed. I don't know what this is all about.
Wait.
My youngest family.
Here is the funny thing. Bo is older than I am, and I know that.
Yeah, I know. That's my generation.
Hey, where does did probably Annie Lennox come from?
MTV.
Do tell us.
MTV.
Was she American, perhaps? And used a lot in American video, etc.
The Eurythmics actually were global in their impact, and actually they got a little more play in Europe than they did in the US.
Okay, you know what? You're forcing me to pull this card. I grew up in the Salvation Army.
Fair point.
All right.
Yeah, I knew you. Yeah, people in my college here don't know who Eurythmics is. I had to explain to them.
Quick question: are we still doing the hand thing?
Well, apparently we are. Like when you say we, do you mean you and I? Yes. As for the. All right.
Yeah, I even put my hand down.
Yeah, Peter's got the hand up. What do you got, Peter?
Yeah. So about half an hour ago, someone in the side chat called on me to
Shut up, Peter.
To remind me. And while we're still at joints, that's somehow related.
Why do I think I'm going to screen caps now?
Morten Nielsen joined Twitter, and right at the right moment, because when he joined, a tweet appeared on Twitter from one of our panel members, namely from Karis, and Morten and I really want to know more, because Karis avoided it on Twitter. So Karis tweeted that she had carolers and lesbian sex at the same time on her doorstep. So Karis, please elaborate.
It was imprecisely phrased.
Obviously.
Oh, so the carolers were having lesbian sex.
You know, the subconscious does magical things sometimes.
You know,
I had lesbian sex going on the TV, and then carolers on my doorstep at the same time, which was very awkward.
I would imagine.
There was not lesbian sex carolers on my doorstep, which would have been
amazing.
Which brings us to the topic. Why did you have lesbian sex on your TV? What were you?
I was watching a show about a succubus. It's called Lost Girl on Netflix. And
oh, that's not a bad one though.
It's the succubus and her doctor. You know, stuff happens, and carolers happen too, and
what about things?
And things, stuff and things, lots of stuff and things.
I see.
I would have rather watched a lesbian.
Did you invite the carolers to watch? I mean, what did you
No,
do?
for one reason, because the carolers were sent by our neighbor across the street, and that would have been very awkward.
Or very awesome.
Yeah. And our neighbor is the grandparent of a student at the martial arts school that I'm half owner of, and I'd rather not just have that awkwardness come up
Well,
in a conversation.
understandable.
Yeah, you wouldn't have anything come up during lesbian sex.
Okay, we have requests in the chat for moving
Yes,
on.
you would, Peter. Have you never had sex with a woman?
Oh yes.
Well,
Okay.
think, and let's move on.
Yes, let us do precisely that. We have
There's something called squirting, and let's just again move on.
It's
That's not what I meant.
okay. See, I can't believe I need to clarify this again. If I utter the words "moving on," we should be silent so that we may move on. Except for
Newton
Karis.
said, I stick to our version of the story. It's a lot more fun.
All right.
I agree.
Keeps talking.
Nobody. Okay, so that I just said that, and like no. Was I silent? Did I have my mic muted when I said when it's moving on time? We all shut the fuck up. Was my mic muted, or what happened there? Nobody heard that?
I heard you.
Okay, all right. So one person heard me. Well, what's the matter with the rest of you?
But Daddy, my hand was up.
Yes, it was. Karis, what do you have to add?
I forgot.
Oh no! We'll come back to you, so you have a little time to recover that thought. And Tornado, what do you have to add?
Wisdom Bender was actually just DM'd me if you guys could send him a link into into the server, the USDA thing.
All right,
He's already on the server, and he has the panel members and see everything.
Yeah, and by the way, Pig, did you respond to my 2 messages in Discord earlier?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will look when we're done. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Tornado, what do you got?
That was basically me doing the thing. It's like asking.
Okay. Terry?
I'd like to hear Karis say those nice 2 words.
Okay. Well, Karis, I believe, has recovered the thought that eluded her previously, and then she will probably say those words. Karis, what do you got?
I'm actually going back to MacArthur.
Okay.
That's more than 2 words.
Karis, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Okay, go ahead, Karis.
But I'm going back to what MacArthur was going on about, and I'm rather picking on his method because all he's doing here is reading off of a list of similarities that they've drawn between this and some other very complex part in kind of the layman's world, and they're drawing on emotions and basically just drawing on emotions and kind of gish galloping on a layman's sense of awe and their lack of understanding of science. And that's all he's using. He could use anything. It doesn't have to be a flagellum. It could be anything, and he could make similar comparisons to complex objects in the layman universe and have the same effect. All it is a cheap parlor trick, basically.
Agreed. And a most
And
lucid
that was
observation.
my criticism.
A very lucid observation. I would, however, like to ask that you scroll up and take a look at Doorknob Head's comment.
Sorry, I'll put my head down again.
Okay. Have you found it?
Yes.
Don't say it, Karis.
Lesbian lizard sex and carolers on my doorstep.
Let's see. No. Let's see. It's the one above that. Let's see. Yeah. It's Karis? 2 words? Lizard sex? Okay. So I'm gathering you feel there was no need to read that aloud. Okay.
If Christy Santiago is here, We should start talking about things that are moist.
Oh, please do.
Yes. And she promised to jump in at the end. He's
Okay.
watching a movie with someone.
Okay, I should remind you all, this is a family show. Family of Wolverines, of course.
Well,
but-
how do you think
Wait,
comes about, Sai?
Wait, Sai? We're in Skinamax territory for time right now.
If Gareth and Christy come on, we'd say, what movie?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I can think
Yes.
of one type
of
Yes, Sean, it's a family show. Family of
If
Wolverines.
Gareth and Christy come on here, should we start caroling?
All right, time to.
How do you think family comes about?
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, and
There's a
Brooke,
tech.
hold on. I see one hand up left. It would appear Brooke wishes to annoy us further. Brooke, go ahead.
Yeah, in response to what Kara said, she was talking about actually trying to use science at this idiot. You're expecting or criticizing for not using science. You expected science to come out of his mouth?
No, that's not what I was criticizing. It's his use of psychology that I'm criticizing. His shady use of it.
Yeah.
The devious nature. All right.
Which I guess is science, depending on. I mean, I know there's a big debate about that, but I'm not getting that.
Okay.
I prefer
Alrighty.
debates on flat Earth and other stuff.
And Terry, what do you got?
I wouldn't criticise Kara saying 2 words.
Moving on.
Okay. Excellent. And here we go.
Evolutions per minute. Structures like these require dozens of precisely tailored, intricately interacting parts, which could not emerge by any gradual process. Instead, the coordinated parts must somehow appear on the scene all at the same time.
All right, that's an acid
Oh,
answer.
for crying out loud.
Isn't that argument from incredulity?
Not 2.
All right. Here we go. Oh, Bo, you have something to add as well?
Yeah. The asked and answered thing that we could call out. I guess that we add asked, answered, and moving on. So,
all right,
we just
good.
Do that and move on. So we can save time.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. It is getting rather late. Okay.
Getting early, actually. Yeah.
Moving on. Here we go.
I'm combined and perfectly coordinated in the right patterns for the molecular machine to function at all. And all of this is dependent upon information, operational manuals in every part of the organic world.
What?
This has to come from intelligence. It has to come from the creator who is communicating this information.
All right. I'm not entirely sure, but it sounded like Tornado has something to add. Tornado, what do you got?
Asked and answered.
Okay.
Here's the thing: if you have a bacterium that can inject a syringe into a target cell, is it not therefore reasonable to assume that with a slight modification, that syringe mechanism could turn into a motorish mechanism?
But you see, that would be adding information.
I'm surprised no one has yet called out the misuse of the term information. But all right.
He's about to.
Okay, let us see what Brooke has to add.
Ask and ye shall receive, side. That is exactly what my drink call is. If I were to, let's say, let's actually say a star blows up. We can say what's in that star from information, but there's no intelligence. Or if I were to, let's say, a 30-06 round were to go into John MacArthur,
Oh, Lord.
it wouldn't take intelligence to figure out what round it was. They get the information, but there's no intelligence in there in that bullet. So unless if that bullet is talking, and if it is, I want to know the name of your supplier because that sounds some really good shit.
Oh, this got really dark. I'm just...
Yeah, really. Did you notice that?
I hate MacArthur. I hate him.
Just wait. There's going to be talk of spacing later.
I wouldn't space him. I'd shove him down to the bottom of the ocean, one of those old-fashioned diving suits, cut off the air supply so he gets sucked up through the pipe.
Wow, that's harsh. All right.
But yeah, so information does not require intelligence, you fucking idiot. But then again, your head is so fucking dense. It's denser than the center of a black hole, which, doesn't surprise me that you don't understand or grasp this fucking concept.
Okay, see, this is what happens. Whenever Tornado gets calm,
Something else catch up.
Brooke compensates.
When I saw it was MacArthur, I came in heated. I hate this fucker. He's the one I hate watch.
I couldn't tell.
No, it was sort of nebulous.
I actually get scared because he's part of that part of my past.
Yeah, I understand
He
it.
affects me in kind of a different way.
Yeah, mine is just someone sent me him to try and convince me of young Earth creationism.
But I know what you mean, Curse. That's how I felt when Hugo and Jake looked at this animated series someone was trying to make, and Jesse Dixon was one of the people in that series. A gospel music musician.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Jared's heading off.
Oh,
yeah, Jared's heading off.
Okay.
Good. Bye, Jared.
Thanks for joining us.
I got fun stuff to do tomorrow and need some sleep.
All right.
I wish I could say the same. I
can say the same in less than 5 hours.
All right.
Cleaning, so that's always fun.
Then, all right. Let us see.
Night, Chad.
All right. Let us see. Wisdom Vendor, welcome. And what do you got?
Thank you. Is my mic working okay?
Yep, you sound fine.
I hear you.
I would just
What?
like to,
What was that, Wisdom Vendor?
yeah, I would just like to back up shortly, if I could, and very quickly. The analogies used earlier about the bacterial flagellum, about drive shaft, crankshaft, stator, none of those are actually anywhere close to correct. The best analogy would be the armature of a DC motor.
There you go.
But much more before that, biologists have actually determined that its most likely earlier form was some sort of hypodermic that injected genetic material into
Just
another.
like I said.
Exactly, Tornado. Exactly. So I just want to kind of clear that up just a little bit, because it seemed like y'all all over the board with analogies there, and it was just, they were all wrong.
Yeah. All righty. Let us see what Tornado has to add.
By the way, to expand on the whole information requiring intelligence, no, it doesn't. I'm going to give you a very simple number, 575. Who all can tell me what that means?
I see no reason for attaching arbitrary information to it, but please elaborate.
5.7. Now, what if I added 575 nanometers?
Well, see, that changes things a bit.
Now we're talking about visible light.
Exactly. It is the wavelength of visible light emitted by our sun. However, it does not need intelligence to transmit it. It is a natural consequence of the sun fusing hydrogen into helium.
Wait, you said...
Photons are emitted from the sun. Oh, by the way, science alert.
Oh, all right.
Yes, science alert.
All right, coming up. There we go.
As hydrogen is fused into helium, it releases energy in the form of photons of various wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation. For example, light and X-rays and gamma rays, even radio waves and microwaves. The sun emits light in every single band of the spectrum. However, its peak wavelength emission is around 575 nanometers in the yellow to greenish range of the visible light spectrum. This allows us to determine many different characteristics of the star. For example, how hot it's burning. It also enables us to, if there's a slight redshift in the redshift or blue shift, tell us whether the star is moving away from or towards us. There's so much you can do with just a few simple wavelengths of light. Now, to any other person, it would be absolutely bumfuck meaningless. But to a scientist like, say, Lord Croco Squirrel, he would actually be able to pick apart exactly what that means. And
hey, I said visible light too, dude.
Yeah, I know. We might be able to determine that the star emits light, and the max emission would be correspondent to a temperature of around 4,000 Kelvin.
That's one shift, two shift, red shift, blue shift.
Yeah, I saw that.
We're still.
Quotes.
Put that into the quotes. Somebody put that into the quotes right
Most-
now.
most
I
definitely.
didn't see it, but was it Doorknob Head?
No,
Paul Gia.
that's Paul.
Vegas though.
All right, and
someone mentioned my middle name again.
And Tornado, I did have one question. You said that was the emissions from our sun.
Yeah.
Okay, we had a kid.
No, I'm talking about the sun. The star. Referred to
Yeah, really.
as Saul.
That's yeah.
No,
Better call.
that's Mexican beer.
Better call Saul. All right. Anyway, you know I've never seen that show. Let us see what Peter has to add.
The beer, but soul is good.
Yeah. So this guy keeps hammering on how evolution cannot add new information. Only God can add new information. If only God can add new information, then why is every creationist impervious to new information?
Oh yeah.
All right. And
shouldn't you guys be on the forefront of new information instead of being centuries behind everyone else?
Mic drop.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's a good mic
Remember
drop
to
there.
mute before you do it because it hurts my ears.
Indeed. All right. And okay, once again, against all better judgment. Brooke, what do you got to add?
Question for Tornado. Since he was giving out numbers for information, I have a much better number that everybody knows, and it means something to everybody. 42.
69?
42.
The meaning of the answer to the ultimate question of life and the universe.
I was definitely
Yeah, and it's not
thinking
even a fucking question, by the way.
I still think 69 is better.
All right.
Yeah, 69 is better. That's hands down.
Yeah.
Interesting term there. Hands down. All right.
42 metric or imperial?
And that's moving on. Here we go. More stuff.
Up.
Oh, yes. Karis, you had something to add?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you there. Here we go. Moving on.
Nope.
To his creation. If you go from the micro world to the macro world, it's the same thing.
From the micro
In fact,
world to the macro world.
I am fascinated and always have been by the macro world, stars, space. And science
A
is
final
continuing to
frontier.
discover the complexity of our cosmology.
Where
This
man has
universe, as
not
we know
gone
it,
before.
is intricately balanced as if on an edge of a knife. Take, for example, just the force of gravity. If it were only slightly weaker, all stars...
All right.
He's been reading too much Cosmo.
All right. Let us see.
Was that recall for me?
Let us see.
Too quick. I didn't hear it.
All right, Brooke, what do you got?
Basically, his argument is, if these were different, then our universe would be different. No shit, Sherlock. But since you're going to argue odds here, as anyone who brings this point up, I don't remember if he actually does, but I'm willing to bet, just from my experience with these people, that because he's talking about the odds of it being that precision, that it's balanced as well. You know the odds of me sitting here talking to everybody in here saying the exact thing I'm saying, which all the events had to lead up to that? They are so improbable, so impossible, that it should be impossible. So how the hell am I talking to all you guys?
There you go. I mean, even just the probability of us allowing you in here is.
Oh, by the way,
just use the religious standard by magic, of course.
I can answer the reason as to why you let me in here. You all are self-admitted masochists.
Yeah, not to mention you're to blame for this. You're to blame for this nonsense we're watching now too. All right.
Hey, can I be blamed for a video that's taken over a year to get back to?
No, I guess not. All right.
Thanks to you is heading off.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
see you later.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Good evening. I should go to bed, but I'm tired.
All right. You know, we're actually it is tomorrow's a working day for a lot of people. We should call. You know what? We got 10. Why don't we take 10 more minutes? We'll call it at 1 a.m. Eastern, so people can have a decent morning. All right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Tornado, what do you got?
Well, on the subject of the whole gravity thing, first of all, so what if gravity would be the gravitational constant would be found to be different? So frickin' what? It would lead to a different universe. You've ever heard of this thing called the multiverse theory with the many worlds interpretation, where every single possibility is rumored to exist, where the force of gravity or the gravitational constant is just a little bit different, or that ponies became the sentient life forms and the dominant species on Earth instead of humans, or that our world doesn't exist at all,
or that bugs actually are smart.
Quick question: did the little one explode in that universe?
No, there were too many legs. All right.
Anyway.
But over there, that's normal.
I guess. And yeah, it's the argument from if things were different, things would be different. Agreed.
Yeah, also the argument from probability fallacy.
Yeah.
Indeed, as we all noted, we do.
Or the arguments, little ones are stronger than you thought.
And fine tuning.
Or stretchy. Yep. All right. Diana, you've been waiting patiently. What do you got?
Yeah, well, Kara said the word. This whole fine-tuning bullshit that he's going on could also be called the argument of the puddle-shaped hole. And he should know this of all, because putting the cart before the horse, were the constants different, the universe would be different. Life within it, if there was any life within it, would be different. But he's operating from the premise that the life that we have now, including us, by the way, especially us, had to be here. And therefore, the universe had to be designed in such a way to allow us, which clearly is not the case. Not the case at all. Just ask Doug Adams, as I said, well, you can't ask him, he's dead, but his puddle-shaped hole.
Indeed. Yeah, plus most of the universe wants to kill us. All right.
Yes.
Asteroids, Chicxulub, gamma ray bursts.
Gamma ray bursts.
Might wait to get that throat checked out.
Apophis, I believe it's called. I mean, that's
from Stargate.
What the asteroid headed our way?
And if it hits has like a 10% chance of hitting a certain keyhole, that if it runs close enough, the Earth's gravitation will be enough just to pull it ever so slightly. Which, when it comes back around, guess what? California and the entire West Coast. I hope you like bass because they're coming.
But and just as a side note, that was one of the NASA programs that was put on hold, was the asteroid redirect mission, which would come in handy in just such
in a couple
case.
Years.
Yeah, would come in real handy if there happens to be something big and unpleasant heading for us. But that certainly wasn't important. Anyway, all right.
The best way to take care of such an asteroid would be to deploy people to the asteroid and basically strip mine it for parts.
Okay. All right.
If it's going to hit, you might as well get something useful out of it before it does.
Yeah, so you can make some money in the last 15 minutes of life. All right, Bo, what do you got?
Well, let's see. Except for Newton's law of universal gravitation, it is my understanding that there is no law of gravity. There is a gravitational theory. There's the theory of gravitation, but there is no law of gravity. I may be wrong because I often are.
You're plural.
Am I this time?
Do you speak it?
Some people speak in third person. You're speaking in multiple persons.
It's the royal we. It's the royal we.
Being a schizophrenic without being it. So yeah.
All right. And on that note, let's see what Peter has to add.
Yeah, I just had an epiphany after what Diana said.
Yes, dear.
So yeah, I just realized that the Amish are smarter than creationists.
Well, duh. Right? They actually do work, you know? I mean,
yeah, because the Amish are definitely not putting the cart in front of the horse.
Oh my god.
All right. And
Where's the crickets for Peter?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. I mean, Si, you need to have the finger at the crickets at all times.
That was worse than anything I would say.
There's got to be a really weird way to take that too.
Yes, but we made the cricket
dead
screen.
crickets, too.
We made the cricket screen specifically for Brooke. I did not wish to offend by using it for other parties. All right.
And according to the Bible, we can eat crickets. So
yes, they're like uber clean. Karis, what do you got?
Nutritious and delicious.
A comment from the side chat that I'd like the rest of you to address. Address. I can't speak. Terrified Bystander had commented, the argument of fine-tuning is where you selectively accept factual information that is part of your narrative while fine-tuning out any other factual information that breaks it. I would like you guys to comment on that.
Okay. Would anyone like to address that issue?
Let me see if I can actually find the argument of
I'm thinking that he has the wrong name for an argument.
Yeah, I think is that the bullseye fallacy?
yeah, I also want to say that this guy is perfectly fine tuned out.
Aha, I found it.
Okay.
What you got?
From the Wikipedia definition, the fine-tuned universe is the proposition that that the conditions that allow life in the universe can occur only within certain universal dimensionless physical constants lie within a very narrow range of values, so that if any of the several fundamental constants were only slightly different, the universe would be unlikely to be conducive to the establishment and development of matter, astronomical structures, elemental diversity, or life as it is understood.
Okay. Let's
It just seems like there's like a cognitive bias or some sort of bias that he's talking about. Not.
I'm almost positive.
Bystander said it was a joke. Well, that went right over my head.
Well, I'm almost positive that Murderer 81 did a video within the past month or so on just exactly what you're talking about, Karis. And I'm trying to remember the name of that particular fallacy. I think it's the bullseye fallacy, but I could be full of bull.
Well, apparently Terrified Bystander was pulling one over on me and succeeded, so.
Hey, what's up?
Well, we got you, didn't we, Terrified?
Ask and you shall receive. All right. And Karis, did you have something additional?
Nothing of importance.
Okay.
Except for moving on.
Okay, we'll do that. We're running low on time, so let's see if you can give us a couple
Got
another.
about a minute 10.
Yeah, good ones here. Here we go.
Would be red dwarfs, too cold to support life in the universe.
Yeah,
if it were
yeah.
only slightly stronger, all
Yeah,
stars
yeah.
would be blue giants burning too briefly for life to develop.
Okay.
The margin of error in the universe expansion rate is only 1 part in 10 to the 60th power.
Oh, wait a minute. Didn't he just say? Oh yeah. You know what? All right. I did not say drink, so we will. But let's see. All right, Tornado. What do you got?
Hold on. We're looking up the bullseye fallacy. Let's see what that. First off, I think that's what he's going for, saying it has to be this.
What?
Or never mind. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
And that is, this person is again doing fine-tuning fallacy.
Mhm.
And, almost choked on my words there. And so what if the gravitational constant is different? Multiverse theory with many worlds interpretation allows for such thought experiments to be perceived. It doesn't. The mark of a great mind is the ability to entertain a thought without fully accepting it.
I would definitely agree. All right, Brooke, what do you got?
Yeah, quite. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but someone might know this. But how many fucking habitable stars, how many planets in a habitable zone are there that are identical to Earth?
Within a certain percentage, 1. Well, maybe 2.
Well, I mean that have like are the
did
same
say
distance.
identical.
You know what I'm fucking meaning. Don't you twist my words around, okay?
Okay, and by don't twist the words, she means don't accept them as I have spoken them. Is that what you mean by twist your words?
I fucking meant, okay? You know what I meant damn well.
I think identical was the wrong word.
Perhaps.
Okay, yeah, that was a bad phrase of choice. Okay, but that have very similar parameters to Earth. There, is that a better phrasing?
Just say M-class planet. I mean, come on.
M-class, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. And did anybody notice what he said? He said. He said all stars would be this, and then that's not enough time. That life wouldn't come about, or if on the other side, stars would all be this kind, and life couldn't come about. So he's good with abiogenesis, then. I'm guessing. That's a damn good admission. I appreciate his honesty. So all right. Let's see, Karis, what do you got?
Got the heavy background breathing.
He is literally reading from a prepared list of sound bites. He's not demonstrating any actual knowledge or the capacity for explaining any of these points if he was asked the question. This is speculation on my part. I'm only observing, what he's putting down.
All right.
Someone I would like to have put down, but
there's okay. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay. So then, what?
I had something to say, but it's not appropriate. It's not family friendly. Since you want this family friendly.
Okay, so
You want this family friendly?
That's what science.
We didn't say a family of what. So.
So you mean I can say, I wouldn't mind putting down some things, or having some things, or having some people put me down?
See, I knew it was going to happen. He wasn't going to say, and then he said.
There's the Lannisters. There's
okay, the Lannisters. Yeah,
depends on the family, right?
Well, you have the Skywalkers where they wanted to scroll. Okay, that's like the Lannisters.
Well, Lannisters, they're hardcore. I mean.
What about the Sopranos? Is that a family?
Well, that's a TV.
Can we just talk movie history? I mean, that's a lot more interesting.
Oh, by the way, we're past the 1 o'clock mark.
That we are. Let us see what Terry has to add.
17 minutes late though.
Terry, what do you got?
Oh, now I can breathe now because my heavy breathing might have been heard. I'd unmute myself.
Feel free to breathe.
We're talking about a different planet out there that might be like our planet. I was just wondering if moving night would be different with the moving on.
Very much so, yes.
I have a question. Where's my mouse? I can't find my mouse.
You realize you're speaking already, right?
Yeah, it's like I'm just going to talk and then I'll hit the.
I'll see. Up. Yeah.
I was thinking more out loud.
Everyone's picking on me.
I was thinking more out loud, like, oh, I got a question. We're thinking myself. Sorry.
Okay, well, go right ahead.
My question was, if we're talking about habitable planets, where does Nibiru fall?
Nowhere.
I'm sorry, I had to ask.
It's a good question. I've been wondering that myself. All right, Tornado, you got the hand up. What do you got?
I thought I lowered that.
Nope. Okay. Nope. All right. Well, seeing as how we have gone over the 1 a.m. Eastern thing, and we do want to be respectful of people's time, I would suggest we call the stupidity at this point. Any objections?
Yeah, I do. We should have done that. You should have done that call. What, 3 hours ago?
It's been a long day. Okay, it took me this long. All right. So what we're saying is that's enough of this crap. And
Are we picking it up Friday night?
I'm pretty good with that. You know what? Yeah, because there's quite a bit left. There's probably some really wacky claims in this.
Oh, it's your standard creation is bullshit, but it's done by this guy, so it's rather interesting.
All right, we will. Bo, you'd like to add something here?
Yes, sir. Suggestion.
Uh-huh.
Since this is okay, I'm not going to say too long a video because any video from this entity would be too long. But since it is so long, to be continued.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Let me.
Hopefully, it's not another year.
Let me put no. Well, you know what? Would you like to be the would you like to be the rather insistent force that reminds us to get back to this? How about that? Okay.
With the appropriate timestamp.
If it's
I'm doing
long
that.
enough, it does deserve an appropriate amount of time spent on it.
Agreed. We are stopped at 13:03.
Long length plus girth divided by. Oh, I can't remember the South Park.
I'm talking about video. What are you
Size.
talking about?
All right. I have marked down the where we stopped. So if we wish to pick it up again, we may certainly do so.
And I shall refer to him as what I saw a question, early in the live chat. Is this Ken Ham's dad? That would be my reference to him.
Oh, there's videos of him and Ken Ham together. I'm not lying.
Okay, when you say together, all right.
They're in the same video. They are not like that.
All right, not like that. Good. Good, because I was about to go blind without even seeing it.
Got extremely.
Yeah. Well, this idiot has talked about theological topics at the Ark Encounter, so.
Oh
man.
I don't.
I retract my statement.
An idiot. I actually have more sinister views of him.
Oh, have you not been listening, Karen? Have you not heard some of the shit I've said about him and would like to say I've done to him?
Well,
I never said I wasn't thinking things worse than what you said. I just said don't say them. Always maintain plausible deniability.
I do believe I heard something about 30-06, something maybe.
Oh, that wasn't the worst one. The best one was still the scuba diving scene. That's what I wouldn't mind seeing happen.
All right.
Less messy. No, wait.
On that note,
you made it to the wrong time because we're ending it. Sorry.
Let's see what Peter has to add. Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, so I just made a mistake on to click on my tab where I have Twitter open. And I noticed that Bo Holbo has tagged us in on a tweet 2 hours ago, all of us, and hasn't mentioned that during this show, where I think he should have mentioned that because, Bo, shouldn't we warn Sai that he needs to remove a picture that I posted in Discord in order to avoid being sued by the Pakistan government?
Screw it. We need what do you call it? Excitement in our lives.
Indeed. Yeah, think of the publicity.
They are responding to a tweet from May, so I guess we've got 6 months to go until they catch up with the one I posted in the Discord server.
Let's just say that if a certain other YouTuber who is not here ever visits Turkey, he might Pakistan, sorry. He might be having issues with trying to go home again.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
apparently, you can now, as a country, go to Twitter and say that someone on Twitter violated your country's laws. Well, so fucking what?
Yeah.
I think we all should join in and draw Mohammed and tag in the Pakistani government.
Do they?
Speaking of that, I went out of my way to take his actual post, reapplied it, and my individual post about a depiction of Muhammad. I added logic. I told him it's an interesting depiction of Muhammad. I accidentally added King Salam or Salam, whatever the fuck his name is, of Saudi Arabia. And I was like, logic, keep up the good work, suck it. And then I added the Pakistani government, the official government of Pakistan Twitter.
All right.
So when you go out of your way, make sure to at everyone who would be offended.
Yeah, you don't want to miss anybody.
Mainly people who have assassinated, U.S. citizens this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, how to get on a kill list.
I'm already probably there with what I said earlier.
Well, why don't we see what else you have to say, Brooke? Because you got the hand up. Over to you. And now it's down. What the hell?
Well, I'm talking now, so I put it down, so that way I don't forget to put it down.
I talking now? What?
I'm talking is what I said.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
You say.
Boy, he has a terrible accent. We have to allow for stuff like
There's
that.
a lot of voices.
Non-Americans are trying to help out an American with what?
And a lot of people
I
who are...
must be possessed. I have about 20 different voices.
Yeah, really, a
going
lot
out.
of people who are not Brooke are talking, which is odd. I find that unusual and strange. Brooke, please proceed.
My response was in response to
was
Peter. Now, I wouldn't mind if I sounded like that. That would actually, I would not argue it. I wish I sounded like that.
Yes.
But my response was to Peter.
My response was weird.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
That's a great response. I don't think that I have anything to counter that response.
Are you all finished?
I mean,
okay.
If you always respond to me by being silent, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's stop diverting. Let's let Brookie gather your
Yeah,
thoughts. What was your response, Brookie?
Yeah, let's let Brooke talk.
Peter,
because
shut up.
He was responding to me, so let him talk.
Go ahead.
Not you.
Just let her talk.
Sorry, it's late.
Yeah. And what I was going to say is this. When he
Yes.
talked about his picture of Muhammad, my comment was so much worse. I did the whole piss me upon him joke.
Yes, but you didn't put it in the Discord server. Mine is still there to see. I mean, the Pakistanis won't watch this.
I'll send them.
We started out the show with Psy flashing. They're going to drop right after that.
All right. And
Peter, I can take a timestamp and tweet the Pakistani government.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Wonderful.
See what happens to Brooke.
All right.
So much.
If they fly an airplane into his bedroom, then we'll know that. Or her bedroom, that we know that we should.
And not Pakistan, but yeah.
Hey, now we know how to. Never mind. No, that's bad.
Probably not stuff we should just be joking about.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. And since we have covered all that which we were hoping to avoid in this video, let us wrap it up. And we will move on to the plug and pug section. Anyone that wishes to say something, by all means, throw the hands up. We'll go down the list, and life will be good. You'll see. All right. Okay. Starting with Nacho. What you got?
Good day. By now, I'm sure most people know I'm not Joel Witness. I do not Joel Witnessy things. So come and subscribe to me. But I mainly want to shout out a mate of mine, who is freaking awesome. Works on a lot of conspiracy theories and gives away all the secrets from the inside. Let's put it that way. He is the one and only Ominous Day. I'll put the link in the side chat so that everyone goes and subscribes to him.
Very good. Thank you very much. And next, Pig, what do you got? Tell us how cool you are and what you do, please. Once you unmute the mic, I mean. Or
not.
Or not. Okay.
I think he's making it apparently clear that what he does is not unmute.
So it would seem. All right. Maybe we'll go back. Tornado, tell us how cool you are and what you do, please. Okay.
Tornado does the same thing as Pig. They should team up.
But with the mic live. All right. Moving on down the list. Brooke, tell us how cool you are and what you do, please.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot the mic was muted.
It
I
wasn't.
am so sorry.
All right, go ahead. Tell us how cool you are and what you do.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tornado Pelt. I do various stuff and things regarding gaming and science and woo debunking here on SciStrike's channel. That is so fun. And here's a very special, although belated, Christmas wish from my good personal friend. He's wishing you a very happy holiday and a happy new year.
Well, very nice.
Well, thank you.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for that. And on that note, Brooke, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
First off, bah humbug tornado, it's after Christmas. But I am just, my channel's Brooke Aurelio McCormick, as on, as my name, and I do, I do readings as well as just different anti-theist videos. I am currently working on recording a video in response, a very old video of the Vigilant Christian. I also have a few of this idiot here that I so gladly subjected you all today. There was a few responses to him. 60 hours of Kent Hovind. Actually, I think it's 60 plus, but yeah. Just a lot of idiocy that I have to go through and respond to. So if you want to come watch me torture myself, please subscribe.
All right. Oh,
to Pornhub?
No, I do not. I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Oh, nice quote. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Brooke. Let us see. Moving on the list. Karis, please tell us how cool you are and what you do.
I am Karis Crane. I'm an artist in real life. Here I am co-host of Mind the Gap. And I'd like to do a shout out to RJ. If you guys know RJ, maybe for Christmas, tweet out his link to his book. That would be really nice. And plus, it's not just a favor to him. Remember that anything, if you pay for this book, you're getting something for yourself. This is quality work, and it's been lauded by some pretty knowledgeable people. So check it out.
I certainly agree with
Jackson
that.
Wheat on his next one. Yes.
Can I make a quick addition onto the book thing?
Go right ahead.
With the book, also his fiction book, Paralog of Phileas Fogg, I have a very good friend who actually goes by the same name as me. Her name's Brooke as well, and she is a huge Jules Verne fan. And she has given it the highest praise. I mean, this is someone who I've seen go on a 30-minute rant about how one detail was changed in a book. It would completely alter it. And she said it's as good and adds on to the value of the story. So his fiction book gets really high praise as well. The only thing she says she would like to see more of is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but that's because that's her favorite. Jules
And
Verne.
some money. Why not?
So if we could tweet out links to RJ's books for Christmas, that'd be cool.
Indeed.
If you get around to it.
I agree. Alrighty. And thank you very much. And moving on the list. And anybody who's already gone, please drop the hands, because this is how I keep track of who's gone yet.
You should have said it.
All right. Diana, tell us how cool you are and what you do, please.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Diana Clarion, the Lavender Lady, and I am so cool I come in cubes. I'm reinventing myself in the coming year. I started out doing response videos, and earlier today I had a specific request that I should really get back to doing the response videos to people like Ken Ham and Catholic Answers and Ray Comfort and this jackass that we've been taking care of today. And I promise you that I will immediately, as soon as we hang up from this, begin working on the scripts to some of the videos I've had piling up, and we'll take care of all that. But still, in the meantime, please still tune into my Sunday shows. I have one Sunday morning, another one Sunday evening. The Sunday morning one, I think I'm going to move to noon Eastern Standard Time for those of you on the West Coast, because I've also had a request to maybe move it a little later, such that the West Coast people could actually be awake for it. And the evening show is at 8 p.m. on Sunday evenings. and we talk about all sorts of wonderful things. The one I have coming up this weekend, as a matter of fact, will be on the kinds of things you folks want to see me do in the coming year. If you have any ideas on what you would like me to do, keep it clean, please. Come on down to the show and toss them in. And if you want, I can even get you on the panel. How's that sound? All righty. Thank you so much. And yeah, happy Boxing Day, everyone.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, Diana.
Hello?
All right, hello.
No, please don't.
All right, let us move down the list. Peter, tell us how cool you are and what you do, please.
I'm so cool I can make pictures of Psy naked in the snow. No, I want to dedicate my time to this channel because I think it's awesome work that you do, and the fact that you did this show because there are people who have to spend Christmas by themselves and might want to have some entertainment. I thought that was a great idea, so I was happy to join in. And you meet all kinds of cool people. One of them is Morten Nielsen, and so I wanted to do a shout out for Morten Nielsen. And I'm thinking of doing a prayer because he put a prayer in Radioactive Meme Land, and that says, "I'm going to pray like Mom. Oh God, God, don't stop. Oh God, Jesus, yes. Oh God." Thanks, Morten, for that. That was awesome. And there's another thing that Morten brought up, which is the fact that we need some help locating someone because Morten recently joined Twitter, and he can't find Holbo. So we're going to ask the Pentagon on this to see if they have a satellite up there that can locate Holbo and maybe take a picture of him. So make sure you tune in on Friday, and we'll keep you updated if we found Holbo.
Apparently, Morten hasn't yet realized that he's not really in Denmark. He's in Sweden, also known as Zealand or Sjælland, most likely. So yeah, that's
he's in Sweden, so
I'm so confused.
So he can tell us everything about surströmming.
Morten Nielsen in the live chat.
And Peter, I need your address so I can mail you all my therapy bills for that little prayer there. If you have Karis read it, it would have been a little easier and not as disturbing.
That's hilarious.
Okay,
right.
Karis, do you want to read it out? It's in Discord in Radioactive Meme Land. I don't know if you already moved to the new server.
No, all the links that I got were not valid.
Yeah, the old server is kind of belly up.
I'll message you in the private chat.
I got it. Okay, never mind. Let's see, Radioactive Meme Land. Ah, I see.
And you have to scroll up just above the dictator.
I got it.
Which is also awesome as well. I mean,
oh God, don't stop. Oh God, Jesus, yes, oh God.
And that
will
be
a lot better.
And now I'm getting a ton of DMs again when I've got my Karis soundboard fixed.
Thank you, Karis, for that.
Yeah. I think way better than the coveted G-Man soundboard, that's for sure.
I think that will be our closing prayer for this evening. Thank you.
Ramen.
No, really.
Ramen, my brother.
We should actually close in prayer after every movie night. It's only fitting.
Would you? Are you
With
volunteering?
that, no.
Are you volunteering to do the honors?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
are you really going to say that every night?
Not necessarily that. She didn't say that.
No, any indecent person would be saying that every noon, morning, night, twilight, dawn. I mean,
Is it weird that
I'm not going to restrict myself tonight, in other words.
Really?
Oh dear.
No
Give me
restriction.
the strangest
Fine
feeling.
by me.
This gives me the strangest feeling. I'm not sure if I'm uncomfortable with this.
Perfect.
I'm not if you're not.
Tornado, you don't have 2 legs to stand on anymore. You have 3. That's
Hey,
why.
that's enough of this kind of talk. All right. Anyway,
He's still
this.
I'm young. I'm a youngin'.
It's an honest,
He's young, not juvenile.
human response. Come on. It's like fun. It's also, okay, it's not the same.
All right.
I do have a question on age. Are we going off of biological or mental? There's a big distinction there that might determine on who we might be talking about.
Hey.
Hey now.
Hey, I didn't say it was you, Tornado. Did I say you were the inappropriate one? Have you heard some of the jokes that Peter makes?
Brooke, you forget that I'm also on the spectrum.
Yeah, I am too. I was just like, someone mentioned age, so I was like, are we going by biological or mental? Because that can determine on who we might talk about.
Is this the autism club? What is this?
Yeah.
I have
You didn't know there was a
Asperger's,
club.
I
Okay.
have Asperger's too.
Well,
I
that could technically be possible because according
more
to the
classic
DSM-5, according to DSM-5, it doesn't exist anymore. It is under the ASF.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, true. I am.
Either way, we're all schizophrenic.
Too, so,
What?
yeah.
No.
Autism is technically a subset of schizophrenia.
Wait, really?
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Squirrel. Citation fucking needed. I think that sounds really.
Okay, let me.
No, you got it wrong. It's citation fucking needed.
Yeah.
That was.
I'd have to disagree with myself for that.
All right. On that note, I think we've dragged this out as much as possible. Let us give Pig another chance. Pig, are you there among the living? Hello, Pig.
Yes, hello. Sorry,
Howdy.
I've been playing Spider-Man on the PS4 all day.
Well, excellent. Why don't you tell us how cool you are and what you do, please?
Hi, I'm a pig. I do various videos on HT Productions about just pretty much shit shows. That's the name of it, the Piggy Shit Show. Outside of that, I run UDSA. UDSA is the nice, shiny little new place, home of 82 Productions. Strike, if I recall. I hope. Maybe. Scientist Mel, Nacho Witness, Red's Rhetoric, The Geek Room, and The Gray Skeptic. Link being posted in the actual side chat right now, or live chat. Make sure to check out that place. On top of that, do you mind if I advertise a future show that will be occurring? It has to do with the raffle.
Not at all. This is your turn. Do as you like.
As I like. All right. So make sure to check out the Discord. Here's a link to that. That goes to the site strike. Now, on top of that, we have on December 30th a drawing for International Baller Day. So, International Baller Day is essentially it's a raffle for a jacket with a shit ton of patches. Some no, I think it's 33. For the sole purpose of 33-degree masonry. But I think that's a spoiler. So
Big.
So make sure to check out that. I just posted that link in the actual live chat. And
Big,
also,
did you see what Paula
Peter,
Gia said? What Paula Gia said?
I will get to it. Okay, it's okay. I'm trying to keep my train of thought accurate right now.
Okay.
On top of that, on the 1st, January 1st, I am hosting Dumb Fuck of the Year. So prepare your anus. It's going to be a good one.
Okay then.
Are you doing a show on your show?
Oh no, it's going to be in Red Twitter.
Paul's difficulty.
Alrighty.
Yeah, on to Paul's difficulty.
Yeah. Paul says he's tried signing up for the Discord and he can't do it.
He's already on the Discord.
Yeah, I think what's
I'll just message him directly.
Better, yeah.
This is what happens whenever I go to, message someone directly, so I can move on with the show.
Alrighty. And that was about it for folks with the hands up.
Okay, Paul sees that he's in. He's cool.
Okay. Very good. All right. On that note, that's just about everybody.
Hey, just a comment on autism and schizophrenia from
Yes.
earlier. It seems that there's a biological link between them, not that they are the same thing or that one is a subset of the other, but that there is frequent comorbidity and there's quite a bit of overlap in symptoms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding.
That makes
I
it more
wish I
than
had
that.
my old psychology book because it was in there. I remember.
For the sake of people who don't know what comorbidity is, it's basically having more than one diagnosis at the same time.
Yeah, kind of like depression, anxiety often go together. Those would be comorbid. Autism is often comorbid with depression and anxiety. They're very oftenly. I'm copywriting that one. They're very often kind of grouped together just because, or they're found together a lot of times because, I mean, if you have autism, you're going to have a certain set of symptoms that often causes or brings about anxiety, depression, and so you'll find them together a lot. But there's a lot of overlap in symptoms. Anyway, they're not. One is not the other. If you're autistic, that does not mean you're schizophrenic. If you're schizophrenic, don't worry. That also does not mean you're autistic. You know, it's just.
You've got enough to deal with if you're either one of them. So
right.
yeah.
And you know, I'm not sure why I had the knee-jerk reaction. It's probably because of my upbringing. There's still some stigma, and that does not belong. So
I mean, almost the same as when people say that someone is seeing a psychiatrist. All of a sudden, crazy person. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
I know.
God, I'm done with that.
I hate. That's why I hate it when I see therapists get diagnosed with gender dysphoria and stuff. I hate it because like I'm seeing a shrink. The paper I did was before the DSM-5 came out, so it might have changed. So my information is a little dated, which it was back in like.
well, I'm
right before
reading
2012.
both recent and dated articles that are saying the same thing.
Mine was back in like 2012, and it was, I believe it was actually under the umbrella of that. They might have changed that, so I'll have to look into that a little more. If I find information, I'll send it to you, okay?
I'm not that interested. but
Okay.
okay.
Well, I didn't know you were, so I was just like, yeah, I can send it to you.
Speaking of crazy people seeing
By the way,
therapists,
make sure to find out what.
I've never seen a therapist.
No, and what? No, Brooke. Make sure to find out if it's under which, what's it called, diagnostic system. You know, DSM-5, ISM-10, I think it's called, and so on and so on. Just
I
to.
did not know about an ISM. This is interesting.
Yeah,
Well-
there are there 2 or 3 major diagnostic manuals.
Well, before we get into
ICD-7. My apologies. ICD-10 and also DSM-6. Maybe. Not sure.
Well, if there's anything on 6 that isn't official, as far as I know.
No, it's
again, I don't know shit
my bad. Is the ridiculous Roman crap. I never can remember what if I have to add or subtract when the bigger number or letter is in front. Nope.
Oh, okay. A small one following a big one, you add them together. So VI is 6, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was wrong.
I guess I had the reaction because anytime somebody is discovered to have, you know, schizophrenia or schizotypal disorder or something, anything that starts with schizo, they're usually they're kind of not really taking all that seriously.
We were so close to the pug section. We were right there. We were right
No, I just
on the
want to yell
cliff.
at everyone.
Yeah, like pinwheeling. Like that's what arms. We were falling into the pug zone. All right. Anyway, let's see.
Does this include plug and pug?
Well, wait a minute. We got a few hands up. Anybody that doesn't mean to have hands up, drop them. Otherwise, I got to go through them.
No boy.
And Peter, what do you got?
Yeah, something is trending in the side chat. People are screaming for the calendar, so maybe we should end this with your Christmas card so they know that what they're wishing for.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, you know what? Regarding the calendar thing, Peter, look in the internal chat as to what Heat Shield mentioned earlier to Doorknob Head.
There we go. This is what you were asking for, Peter.
That would be the month of December. So
we got that
Do
one.
I want to know? I agree with the Pug's reaction there. Like, oh God, just no.
I may be stepping over bounds here, but maybe there's someone in the live chat who is able to draw well. I know there is, and also in the panel we also have someone who is good at art. Maybe we should just use a what do you call it, a cartoon calendar thing.
as Karis is known for hyper realistic.
Mine is more the. Well, I mean, I've done a couple things in cartoony stuff, but it's not really up my alley.
All right. To be
I didn't say anything.
to be discussed at a later date. Anyway.
Up my
It was preemptively cut.
Yeah.
Karis knows me too well.
Well, you are married. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Apparently she's my wife. I didn't know, but
I don't.
We had a wedding in the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay,
Yeah.
Peter,
Right angle or left angle?
Karis shouldn't draw anything with the calendar because we don't need lizard sex for like some freakish month like February.
I wouldn't because lizards are cold-blooded. That'd be no fun.
Let's
I mean,
lizard sex in that case.
I mean, after this week, Karis's contribution would be lesbian sex on her doorstep.
Well, in the
Hey,
thing
Karis, could you draw a pig in a gimp suit in a guessing setting?
Well, with the lizards, if you want to even go more in Karis's realm of the lesbian sex, since she seems to be into that, especially, I don't know if they carol the New Mexico.
All right,
whip
everyone,
tail.
shut up.
The New Mexico.
Bug time.
The New Mexico whiptail lizard. Is it
Pretty
tail or
much.
tail?
It is in fact that time. All right.
I was trying to deposit some science for us, okay?
All right, quiet. Bug time.
The world has pugs.
There's the pug.
Indeed. Anyway,
Now everyone over dog.
actually,
Oh, did I say that one?
you know what? Let's
Hey guys, who's the guy who was singing?
That will be me.
Anyway, I hope to anyone who was celebrating Christmas, I hope you had a very nice one, and thank you for joining us. And this was a perfect wrap up for me for Christmas. I'm very pleased everyone was able to return.
And Sai, I think I am too modest to say whether or not I have a nice one. So I'll refrain from that.
You mentioned you had a nice. This is how you wanted to end the eating. So you wanted to end Christmas with MacArthur, with Mr. Ty. You really wanted. You need some help.
Yeah, I need some. You know what? I do need some help. You know what? I do need some help. I need some help controlling you lot. Anyway.
I'll go with that.
Sigh.
Yes.
Like creative.
You might have to bring the whip out, Si.
Well, we have a whip, a Karis, lizard sex, and a breather. I mean, come on.
We are getting into. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, he's just. Oh, you're not gonna say. Okay, here it comes. She's not gonna say.
Well, I was going to ask. Who has? My question is, who has the chains and rope?
What?
What?
What? Who has all these other kinky things? What
the hell are you babbling about? What on earth is coming out of your mouth? What?
Do we want to?
I'm half awake. I've listened to stupidity. My brain is shot.
Oh, fair enough.
I see.
That's a get out of jail.
Alright.
I'm tired, and I probably should have went to bed before this because I work at. I have to leave at work. I have to leave for work at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, that's gonna be a rough hour.
And the cold.
Good night.
All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had a nice time.
Good night.
Bye.
At least you'll be awake.